Tick-tock, time to rock. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everyone who's watching from all around the world. I'm your friendly neighborhood philosopher, David Wood, and with me now, the one, the only, the best in history at Wreckin' Islam, with the possible exception of me, shameless Sam Shamoun. How you doing, Sam?
Hey, by the grace and mercy of our God and Savior, Jesus Christ, I'm blessed. May He bless us, fill us with the Spirit, Lord Jesus. Be magnified through us and crucify our flesh, that we magnify you by the power of the Holy Spirit. In Jesus' name, and take Muslims captive for your glory. In Jesus' name, I'm blessed, bro. As long as Jesus is glorified in our lives, I'm blessed.
And so we're going to be talking about everyone's favorite, Mohammed Hijab, my favorite, the golden boy, the guy we all want running Islam for many years to come, to show people the true colors of Muhammad. For too long, ladies and gentlemen, for too long, people have been given a false picture of Islam through representatives who do not reflect the true spirit and nature of Islam. But this younger generation, these Mohammed Hijabs, these Ali Dawas, these guys, perfect, right? You look at them and it's just perfect. It's exactly what you want representing Islam. But occasionally these young guys, Sam, because they're so arrogant, because they're so filled with pride, sometimes they step a little too far, right? And they run the risk of making themselves not useful to the destruction of Islam because they're going to burn out too fast. You know what I mean?
Man,
they're going to burn out too fast. What's that?
You know what? You just scared me when you said young guys. Are we that old, man, that Muhammad Hijab is a young guy in comparison to us?
I mean, at least intellectual. I don't know how old he is. He's, he has the intellectual maturity level of like a 12-year-old, 13-year-old or something like that. But I don't know. I'm guessing he's 20s or something, 25, 28, something like that. I'm guessing. I don't know. Anyone know how old he is?
Yeah, man. It's like now 20s. Yeah, man, they're young. We're old. I'm going to be 48, God willing, if the Lord is pleased. Man, wow. Now a 20-year-old, I'm old enough to be his daddy.
Mm-hmm. Now, just so everyone understands, once again, we've been through this before, so that everyone understands how this works. For years, Muslim organizations have been putting out false representatives, people who are designed for a Western audience to not show what Islam is really like. We need to get people to be the public persona of Islam who are what Islam is really like, right? And so how do you do that? Well, you get a couple of these young, arrogant, chest-thumping, me refute you, me strong. Get a couple of these guys, right? Because that's what Islam is like. If you go back to the time of Muhammad, that's what it was like, right?
Oh, man.
So we need a couple of these guys, and here's what you will see. They will do that, and you have many Muslims around the world who live far better lives than their prophet lived. But you also have this angry, younger, chest thumping generation that's looking for, where's our guy? Our guy's not Shabir Ali. Our guy's not Shabir Ali. Where's our guy? And then Muhammad Hijab stands up. Me guy, me your guy. And all these young Muslims say, yes, finally we have a representative. And they get more and more popular. But guess what? These younger guys, they're already super arrogant, super aggressive. Their religion teaches them to be more arrogant and more aggressive. And then if, in addition to all of that, you give them a following of hundreds of thousands or millions of, they can't take it, right? They can't take it. They will become so proud and arrogant that no one, their scholars, no one will be able to challenge them. Their mob of followers will crush anyone who tries to get in their way. And we will be able to look at that and say, now the world sees what Islam is really, really like. That's what we're looking for. But again, some of these young bucks, man, they're going too far, too fast. You got to slow it down. So you got to pull on the leash a little bit. You got to pull on the leash. You're going too far. And that's what set things off recently. What do you think about all this, Sam? Because I've been, I talked about it with the apostate prophet and Abdullah Samir. Talked about it a bit with Robert Spencer. What are your thoughts on all of this?
Well, one thing, just real quickly, this imitation, man, it comes like second nature to you. Man, you do it too natural. I mean, man, are you the missing link, proof that we evolved from primates, or is that Mohammed Hijab? But that's the first thing. Secondly, we've said it for years, and yesterday even Robert Spencer said it in your show and the day before. We said that when Muslims are outnumbered and they're in the minority, they will preach tolerance, peaceful coexistence. But as they increase in number, the true face of Islam will appear and the facade will be removed. That's what you're seeing in Mohammed Hijab, right? Because in the UK, they're able to exert their influence much more than in America. In fact, I've been told, David, and I think it's been confirmed to you, there are certain pockets in the UK the Muslims have basically taken over. You can't even go there. They've pretty much taken over. So when they reach a level in which they have enough military prowess or might, then you see the aggression, then you see the hate, then you see the intimidation, then you see the bullying. And Mohammed Hijab perfectly exemplifies the real spirit of Muslims when they are uppermost and dominant. You're saying it.
And Robert, I think Robert said it well the night before last. Robert was saying these are guys who believe they've actually transitioned from one stage to another. And so they believe they can get away with it. Whereas the older generation, the more mature generation, the wiser generation realizes, no, we're still a pretty small minority and we need to be very, very careful. We do have some disturbing comments here.
Oh, really? Already?
Yeah, we have some
started.
No, we have some disturbing comments. People saying that you're better.
Better in what? In doing the ape thing?
It's because I said
right.
I said the best in history with the possible exception of me, and some people are saying no, Sam is better.
Oh no, I thought they're done about the gorilla impersonation because I went me strong because you're doing too good.
You can't win that one. See, look at this. Let's see.
Yeah.
Sam, you are better than David. Better looking too. No offense, Dave. Do you see this evil? Who's going to block this guy? Who's going to block Zhivko?
I can say. Definitely better looking. I'm just one gorgeous Middle Eastern beast. Ladies, guard yourselves. Don't be tempted.
And just in case no one realizes, I'm not saying seriously block this guy.
I know he's a good brother.
As far as Sam's knowledge of Islam and defending Christianity against the objections of Muslims, you are looking right at the best in history, as far as I can tell. The best in history. And I'm not saying that to puff up his head. In every other way, the guy's a dirtbag and a total loser. So
yeah, but hey, Dave, one thing though, they're going to actually think I believe that I believe that about myself. So guys, all honesty before the Lord, I don't believe that about myself. So please don't think when he says that, oh yeah, I'm the best. No. I thank God that this guy, this nut thinks that about me, but glory to God, I don't believe it, and I pray I never believe it because it's not about me, it's about our Lord Jesus. Amen. So
let's test this. Those of you in the chat, name someone in history. You got 14 centuries of Christians interacting with Muslims. Name someone in 14 centuries who's better, quicker at responding to the objections that Muslims have against Christianity. Name someone in history better than this guy right here.
Okay, can I name one?
Go ahead, try.
John of Damascus.
Why did I know you're going to say that? And dude, how do we know? He's
the man.
We got some writings. He might have gotten schooled. He might have gotten schooled if you put him in something. Yeah, we know that, if you gave him plenty of time to write out books and stuff like that, he could come up with some stuff. But come on, see, that's the point. You don't know, man. He might have been, I don't know. I have to think about that. John 5:30. Jesus doesn't have any power. I don't know. Right? He might have been like that, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, someone did get you here. They said our brother James White. So now you can't refute that stuff.
Did someone say that?
Yeah, no, a couple of people said James White. That's it. There is history. Put you in your place, buddy.
Wow. James is good. James is good at responding to Muslim objections to Christian doctrine. But my goodness, I mean, James was the one who gave you the name, the Assyrian Encyclopedia.
Oh yeah, he did.
He's the one who gave you that name.
You also were wondering how I could even memorize the page number in James White's book, What Every Christian Should Know About the Quran, page 289. Mm-hmm. He dedicates it to TAE, which is an acronym for the Assyrian Encyclopedia. Thank you, James. We love you, bro.
And here we have a smarter person here. Divine Soldier says, objection, David is better. Sorry, Sam. LOL.
No, that he's got to get blocked. This guy definitely is going to get blocked.
Yeah, and see, and so I would say to you guys, I would say, what do you mean? You know what I mean?
What you mean? Baby?
Yeah, Sam is better in knowledge, all these things. If you're talking about someone who can sit down and make a video, just really making fun of a position in epic fashion, I think I'm the best. I'm the best. Yeah. All right.
All right. Yeah.
If you're talking about heaping ridicule on someone, I think I'm the best at.
Yeah, that when it comes to doing stuff like that, you're a genius. You're a dastardly genius. Thank Jesus you're saved. Guys, imagine, I'm being honest, if this guy wasn't saved, he wasn't born of the Spirit, he didn't love Jesus, this guy would be dangerous in any worldview he embraced, because he's a wrecking machine. Thank you, Lord Jesus. You saved this mind and you sanctified it for your glory, because this guy is the General C. Patton of Christian apologetics. That's the truth.
I've seen a couple of comments on this. What do you know about hijab being fired from IERA? I don't know how they say it. Do they say IERA, or do they say IERA or IERA?
I've heard some people say IERA. That's what I've heard. But yeah, that's an Islamic organization. I just found out right now because Abdullah Samir tweeted it. He put a tweet.
He tweeted it.
Tweet. He tweeted that he pretty much was let go. But the way Mohammed Hijab articulated it, it's as if he stepped down and walked away to join this other organization.
Well, I mean, it could be, couldn't it? I mean, to be fair, I don't know. The timing would be pretty peculiar. I mean, he's having these meltdowns online, throwing these tantrums. I mean, he's the one. Him and Fareed Responds were the ones who were responsible for the holes in the Quran, the holes in the narrative fitna that's been destroying the confidence of Muslims. And then to cover that up, Hijab starts scrambling and embarrassing everyone, going after women. You got the golden showers thing where he came on and he starts babbling about golden showers and all these perverted sex acts. And people were saying, I don't know what that is. I just had to look it up, and that's disgusting. Why is this guy an expert in this stuff? Because he's just an expert in every kind of perverted thing that you've never heard of. And then, of course, he started attacking not the apologists, but their wives, right? Like, instead of wasting my time going after these men, I will go after their wives. Me strong, me go for the women. You see me pop these women. Behold the power of Islam.
Hey, man, where did you get this impersonation, man? Is this a cartoon character that you grew up watching? Because you do it so natural.
No, I don't know. The closest thing in my mind was Grimlock from the Transformers, right? So it's not even a caveman. It's a little bit caveman mixed with some Grimlock. You remember Grimlock, man?
No, I remember Captain Caveman.
Okay, yeah, I remember that too. Captain Caveman! Yeah, there's him, but the Transformers had had the Dinobots, and the leader of the Dinobots was Grimlock, and he was always going, me, Grimlock, smash! And so...
Man, I can't stop laughing when you do it, dude. You do it too natural.
Well, get ready to laugh.
Grimlock meaning Muhammad.
We could. Hey, if you think it's funny, Sam, get ready to laugh, because we're going to be doing this a whole lot tonight, because we're going to be going through Mohammed Hijab's Twitter feed and see how everything has unfolded recently. A fresh coat of paint here says.
Before you go there we have Sister Renee. She loves to take these screenshots, weird screenshots. So let me give her some for today. Here you go, Renee. Enjoy. L for love.
You need to lower your head, dude. You need to lower down. Your L's all the way up above the screen.
Okay, here. L for love. Leader. All right, there you go.
All right. So I guess we'll go ahead and. I'm still looking at comments about Sam being better. What the heck is wrong with you people? Go to his live streams.
Yeah. Hey, man, what grace, glory.
If you love him so much, go to his live streams.
Bro, man, by the grace of God, these late night streams, I'm getting close to 1,000. Like when I go late.
Yeah, and aren't you going live tonight with?
Yes.
With
Two
a
people. Yep.
young Muslim?
Yep. Guys, tonight again, 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 12 a.m. tonight, I'll be answering questions for a Christian and a young Muslim. A young Muslim who was actually one of the Muslims that tried to prove the Prophet of Muhammad. He reached out to me. He says he has questions about the Trinity. So tonight, God willing. That's it.
So you guys want to tune in for that? And those actually, I really think those are better conversations than when we get some of the actual apologists on there, because a lot of the apologists, and you know, this can be true of us too. You're trying to refute a position. You go into the conversation with a mindset, I'm going to refute this position. Whereas a lot of these younger Muslims, they're going in, even though they want to show that they're right and we're wrong, they're not as aggressive and arrogant, and they're more willing to actually, you know, have a discussion. And we're interested in hearing their positions as well. So you actually end up with a kind of a more productive discussion. Look at this. Carnivore bear. Overruled.
Hey, people,
Sam is better.
You ain't lying. But listen, let me tell you something. I've noticed people are fascinated with the fact that I drink Coke Zero and Mountain Dew Zero, which hopefully I'll stop sooner than later. It's like, Sam, why are you drinking that? So one guy just asked me, hey, what are you drinking, Sam? Is that colored water? Here, it's sparkling ice. Okay, guys? I know you care about me and my health. You want me to stick around. If the Lord wants me around, I'll be around, all right? Even though I'm round, but if he wants me around, I'll be around. All right, just wanted to say that.
All right, Sam, you ready to...
Yeah, let's go.
We're ready to go into the belly of the beast. I'm about to click on. I'm about to. Wait, hang on.
Me strong.
Hey, check this out. Yeah, maybe we should deal with this a little bit. Cooking with AZ says, you can make videos, but without disrespecting religions. That's true. I can make a video without disrespecting religions. There's no issue. It's only when you laugh at the same tone. What do you mean laugh at the same tone? This is causing a divide, in my opinion. I'm sure there's other ways. What do you mean causing a divide? There's an ideology out there that calls for your violent subjugation. You've got a picture here with you sitting with a little girl. According to Islam, they can come in, slaughter you, and take that little girl as their sex captive. Now, For it, against it, or neutral? Which are you? Because we're against it. 100%. We're against it. The only difference is when people try to say, oh, but you shouldn't criticize other religions. And meanwhile, our Christian brothers and sisters in various parts of the world, in Nigeria and Pakistan, our sisters are being kidnapped, forcibly converted, forced to sign confessions that they've converted, impregnated, and then when the police actually hunt them down, it gets brought before the Muslim judge, who says, nope, too bad, she's converted. I have a signed document here. And so, cooking with AZ, for it or against it, or neutral? Because we're against it. But we go after the ideology that promotes it. And if you're sitting there saying, no, if you go after the ideology, you're going to be offensive and you're going to hurt people's feelings. What you're saying is, yeah, just sit back and do nothing about this stuff. No. Answer is no. Not while there's blood coursing through these veins. Not stopping.
Yep.
Not
Me
stopping.
Too.
But if you, cooking with AZ, let me go ahead and say, if you're the sensitive type and you're worried about disrespecting religions,
I know where you're going with this, man.
You might want to leave right now. You might want to leave, dude, because this is not going to be the program for you. This is I'm telling you in advance. This is not going to be the program for you. All right. All right. We ready to check out?
Let's do it, man.
Let's check out.
Let's see the twit.
Here we go.
The tweet. The twit.
Islam's golden boy being promoted by Zakir Naik now. Being promoted by Zakir Naik. Now look at this. This is interesting. So his pinned tweet. He's starting to back down, right? He got too much of a backlash. I don't know what you can see, Sam. But you've got his pinned tweet, which was just from today. So this was pinned today. Also, not every wild action I have done or continue to do is justified or encouraged by Islam. Yeah, but the stuff that bothers us most is, right?
Wow.
I have a wild temperament sometimes and can act extremely arrogantly. That's true. In fact, Hijab, before the end of this program, we're going to give you an opportunity to not behave arrogantly. And we're going to see if you've got your arrogance under control. And if you don't, everyone's going to know it. So mark my words, by the end of this show, you'll have an opportunity to be humble for once in your life. He says, no, check this out. He says, please don't copy this behavior with normal people in your life. Now notice what he just said.
Normal
He's
people.
got all of his behavior. And guys, if you're just tuning in, you didn't follow recent events, Hijab's been going after people's wives, insulting people's wives, attacking people's wives with language that uses the imagery of rape and torture and things like that. And he uses the imagery, but the way he'll put it, and we could probably look at some examples, the way he'll put it is enough to keep him from being blocked by the platform, because he doesn't mean it literally. He doesn't mean literal rape. He's just using the imagery of rape while attacking people's wives, right? So not the apologists, not the apostate prophet, not Abdullah Samir, their wives, right? So notice what he says here, though. Please don't copy this behavior with normal people in your life. You see that, Sam?
Yeah. No, you understand what that means. You saw right through it, right? Normal people. So someone like David and I deserve the insults, which he's been spending more time attacking you, Abdullah Samir, an apostate prophet, because he sees you guys are doing greater damage against Islam. So you guys are not normal. You guys are the shayateen. You are demons, and you deserve the abuse you get. But normal people, pretty much dhimmis, who are ready to pay jizya to the Muslims, no, don't treat them that way. That's basically what he's saying.
So he's pinned this, and it looks like he's trying to very rapidly change his reputation. Not so fast, Hijab. Not until we say.
Yeah. I see he's advertising products, man, because Abdullah Samir brought
look
that
at
up,
this.
right?
Abdullah Samir did it?
Remember in your show, he's talking about that now he does infomercials for products, whatever products he has. I didn't know that, but there's right in the next tweet. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Now on Amazon.
You can now
get it free.
You want brush for beard? Hey, I should make a Mohammed Hijab beard comb commercial.
There it goes.
But no, I think with this advertisement, I think that he's just trying to fill up his recent tweets with nicer stuff, right? With nicer stuff or neutral stuff, so that people who haven't been on his page for several days come and see this and don't see the other stuff he's been saying, which is pretty darn disgusting. All right, let's keep scrolling here. We're going to see. What? Is that from the mask? What is that?
I see the announcement where he says he's no longer working for ERA or IRA.
Announcement. I am no longer working for IRA. I'm grateful to them. I'm now working for Sapiens Institute. And from today, I'll be adhering to their policies and code of conduct. Come on! Mohammed Hijab's going to adhere to a code of conduct? You've got to be joking. There is no code of conduct for this man. The only code of conduct is whatever is convenient at any given time. Now, what do you think? I mean, given the timing, it seems like they had to separate from him because of his behavior.
Definitely. Something happened behind the scenes. In fact, guys, if you want to see Muslim infighting, within the last 2 weeks, they've uploaded on YouTube the infighting between the Muslim propagandists at Speaker's Corner. You have videos by Shamsi. Shamsi is one of their better known da'i against Ali Dawa and Hamid, and they're all going at it. They're all posting videos where they're criticizing each other and accusing the other of being innovators and not following Islam. In fact, Mohammed Hijab just came out unleashing on Shamsi for mockingly trying to shoo someone off by saying, Muhammad married his adopted son. And Mohammed Hijab got really angry and animated. He goes, you shouldn't be. So if you want to know how these Muslims treat each other, glory to God, God is exposing them because they're exposing themselves on YouTube. So I am certain behind the scenes, the people at IRA, however you pronounce it, had some choice words to say to Mohammed Hijab saying, look, dude, you are disgracing us. You are humiliating us. You cannot be associated or affiliated with our platform because we're trying to maintain a facade. We're trying to deceive the non-Muslims and thinking we are peaceful and loving, following the sunnah of the Prophet. And what you're doing is you're exposing the real spirit of Muhammad, and we can't have you. So something happened behind the scenes that they basically told him, why don't you just step down? We won't come out and say that we let you go. We'll let you say that you step down of your own accord and join Sapiens Institute, right? Yep. That's most likely what happened.
Yeah, try and help him save a little face by letting him announce it and say that, oh yeah, I'm going with this other organization. I'll be adhering to their code of conduct. Well, does their code of conduct, Mohammed Hijab, does that include harassing women? And here's the thing. It wasn't simply hijab. It wasn't simply him using this horrible language and so on, against women. It was that he then encouraged his followers to do it as a group, to adopt the same behavior. In fact, let me go ahead. I believe I have these from last time. Let me see here. Okay, so I have this on the screen. This was one of the posts about the apostate prophet's wife, and so that is, if I were to click on, if you click on these pictures, they get bigger and you see more. But so he puts up a picture of a tweet from Mrs. Apostate. So that's the apostate prophet's wife. And Hijab says, when these anti-Muslim attention whore Islamophobes need to get on their knees in intellectual submission before they are whipped by freedom of speech by the Twitter Muslims, and they reluctantly open their mouth in protestation to find they have been defiled by the truth. Do you see how he's using imagery of rape and torture, right? Get on their knees. But notice what he'll do in order to avoid just getting blocked. He adds intellectual, defiled by the truth, right? But he's saying, so notice the whore, and the one in context here is Mrs. Apostate. The whore gets on her knees in submission. She gets whipped. She has to open her mouth and get defiled.
Damn.
But he just adds, defiled by truth and open her mouth in protestation, right? He's clearly using perverted sexual imagery and rape imagery to attack women. And this is the new
I'm thinking
the new face of the Sapiens Institute.
No, I'm thinking this is more a reflection of his sick, filthy, perverted mind.
Of course.
Because even when I attack someone, I don't use that language. Let's say when there's someone who comes and attacks and blasphemies, and I want to give him a taste of the medicine, I don't use this kind of language or metaphor. So there's something sick about this dude, that his mind is geared towards sexual deviant acts. This tells me more about this sick psycho, that he's mentally, psychologically sick and perverted, and he's got these sick sexual fantasies that he's projecting on other people. Because, man, I have not seen anyone use this kind of language, a language that clearly is calling for the raping, the violation of a woman. This dude is on a whole another level of sickness, man. I thought Muhammad was sick, but my goodness, to talk like this guy, I guarantee you he's got serious sexual issues.
Yeah, I mean, think about this. When you combine this with the way he was talking to me and the apostate prophet, telling the apostate prophet to get on the ground to accept my golden showers and things like that. This is a sick dude. And let's go ahead and check out the next one. So notice that would be bad enough. That would be bad enough if it were simply him saying this stuff, right? But what does he do? He says, I will call upon all of the Muslim Twitter soldiers to work within the full scope of the law. Notice how he works within the law. He adds intellectual and defiled by truth to all the imagery to create maximum damage to the cause of Apis and his public figure with, this guy can't even
that word apus, man. Even that word, we know what that really means.
They are they are demoralized and on the ropes. Do not let the weak-minded Muslims deter you. Finish them. Notice what he just said. I call upon all of the Twitter Muslim soldiers to do the same thing that I'm doing. Finish them. So he uses this disgusting language, and then he tells his followers to go out and do the exact same thing, to go around harassing people in the same way. So this is the new face of Sapiens, and this is the golden boy of Islam. I mean, he has a ton of followers right hand. He has a ton of fans right here in the chat who love him, who love this idea. And so, in case anyone didn't know, the other day when I took a bite out of the Quran, it was in response to this. It was, if you're going to do this, if you're not only going to use this kind of language, but also you're going to encourage other people to now go around harassing our wives, you're taking it to another level, and I'm going to take it out on your book. And I'm telling you, Mr. Hijab, once, the Quran is an acquired taste. The Quran is an acquired taste, Taste it first, and it's like, that's disgusting. And you take a bite out of another surah, and you're like, it's not so bad. You take another bite out, and then you're like, I'm starting to like this.
You remember, by the way, Abdullah Samir said something the other day, and when he had a video, he's saying some of the terminology used, these sexual, metaphors. Mm-hmm. Abdullah Samir said something. He's absolutely right. He goes, I didn't know what these metaphors meant. I had to look it up. And even with the golden shower, and we're not going to get into what it is, but the first time I ever heard that used was in reference to Hitler. Someone told me that Hitler was a sick sexual deviant. So I don't know. I just remember someone telling me he used to like golden. And I asked him, golden what? What the hell is that? And so what does it tell you about this guy? He knows what these words mean. Yeah. Use it. What does that tell you, man?
No, I mean, seriously, think about this. If this is a nice, good Muslim who spends his time in the mosque and studying, and he describes himself as what does he say? A political philosopher and nonsense like that. And this guy is like the ultimate expert on sexual bondage stuff and every like perverse fetish there is. And he's like the expert on all of these things. This is the new face of Sapiens, man. Oh, wow. Right. Look forward to.
By the way, is that true about Hitler? Do you know anything about Hitler? Was he a sexual deviant as well?
Wouldn't surprise me. Seemed pretty sick, but yeah, I have no idea. Any of you guys know? Man. By the way, does anyone know? They might have already put it. Does anyone know what this is from? I mean, is this from The Mask with Jim Carrey?
Yeah, it is from The Mask. Yeah, that's Jim Carrey. I was going to wonder, why did he put it? What's the tweet with it? What is he? Is he showing he's taking off the mask? Is that what it is? Is this something symbolic of what he's doing?
Oh, yeah, because he doesn't say anything. Hey, guys, what's that say up on the screen there? Anyone know?
Yeah, so I'm wondering if this is like a Freudian slip on his part. He's removing the mask, that facade, and truly exposing the filth of his heart and the filth of his God and his prophet.
Yeah.
Things that make you go, right? I mean, think about it. Of all the images, you got this. How Freudian. Yeah.
All right, yeah, people are saying, it's The Mask. People are saying Hitler. Some people are saying Hitler was a pervert.
You see, and I just mentioned that because that was the first time in my life I even heard that metaphor. And this guy's thrown out metaphors like he's mastered it. He knows what it is inside and out. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you, this guy. I guarantee you, the way he speaks, this guy's got some sick, sexual, perverted addictions. He's sick. I guarantee you. No one talks like this unless you're sick.
Yeah, but him strong, so let's make him face of Islam. Him strong. Golden shower. You like my golden shower, boy? You'll get down on your knees and feel the power. As you are defiled by the truth.
Dude, man, you do it too naturally, dude. You're going to be killing. We got to do a skit on this. Halal Hogan meets me strong. We got to do that, man. You do it too naturally, dude. It scares me. It's freaking me out.
All right, now, hang on. Now we're getting to some of the, I guess, explanation here. So he says, in the last week on Twitter, I've been going on a rampage against some Islamophobic figures. Say it right. Been going after their wives. This rampage could be characterized by bitterness, sharpness, and relentlessness. Don't forget cowardice, you sniveling coward. Yeah, I will be taking the advice of the many sincere people who have advised me, move on to other things. Not so fast. Not so fast, Mohammed. Not so fast. You don't just get to surprise, Mohammed. You don't get to say the things you said, to do the things you do, and then just move on like nothing has happened. There are these things called repercussions. There are these things called repercussions. I know that in your mind you get to do whatever you want, and no one can ever respond. This ain't one of those times, Muhammad. This ain't one of them times. All right, but
L for love.
definitely. So yeah, you're gonna have to take some steps, Muhammad. I'm gonna tell you. But before we're done tonight, I will make you the best offer you're going to get. You will not get as generous an offer from me again after this one. Hey, check this out. Look, he's been begging Christians.
Uh-huh.
Matter of fact, wait, I should be able to find it. Oh yeah, so he's been begging Christians to attack me. And check this out, Mohammed Hijab. It is disturbing. It is disturbing, to say least, that no prominent member of Christian community has publicly condemned the behavior of David Wood eating and spitting out the Holy Quran. Don't ever ask us to condemn anything again. The silence is deafening. Me no hear you are. So he put that out. He put that out, and then you actually had someone no one in the world's ever heard of, Henman Hill. Uh-oh, I got Henman Hill coming after me, Sam. I absolutely, check this out, you ready? I absolutely condemn him, but I'm not prominent. Got that right. I'm really disgusted. Yeah. I can't believe David Wood would do this. How many times have I heard this? I feel he is paid to make Christianity look bad. He gets checks to make Christianity look bad. How many Muslims could have been more open if he wasn't such a psycho?
What a useful idiot, dude.
If I wasn't such a psycho, Muslims would be so open. They'd be, oh, tell us about the gospel. We want to hear it. They would be running to James White. James, please tell us more about the gospel. We're so open. Check this out. David is not Christian. He is truly a wolf in sheep's clothing. And what is the evidence? I took a bite out of the Quran. Why did I take a bite out of the Quran? Because Mohammed Hijab was starting a movement among young Muslims to go around harassing women, non-Muslim women, using the most disgusting language I've ever heard from anyone, and he's spreading this. And I know of precisely one way to stop someone like this in his tracks. Do you know what that is, Sam? Do you know the one way that I know of stopping someone like this in his tracks?
Well, of course, I was going to actually ask you about something similar in history, but go ahead. What is that one way, sir?
Well, Sam, as you know, in the Quran, mind you,
yes, sir.
Isn't it the case in the Quran that Muslims are ordered? They are flat out ordered. Hey, if you're going to heap abuse on someone else's religion, but you find out they're going to heap abuse on yours, don't do it.
Absolutely.
Isn't that the case?
You know, it's ironic you said that, because just 3 weeks ago, I was debating Yahya, who calls himself Islam defender. He started blaspheming, mocking Jesus. And I actually told him, look, the Quran says the following, and you're going to get to that. I said, now I'm warning you, stop attacking the Lord Jesus and blaspheming him, because I'm going to unleash on your God. And you've been warned in the Quran. He didn't care. So guess what I did, David?
What's that?
I did exactly what the verse said I was going to do if they attack our God. But
why would you do that, man?
Oh, because I wonder, David, do you have the verse ready for them?
Yeah, I got to let me pull it up.
Chapter 6.
I know. 108.
Show it to these guys. Muslims, we want you to listen now. Now, David is going to post a verse. Obviously, Mohammed Hijab pays lip service to the Quran, because if he really loved Allah and his messenger, he would do what this passage says he must do and avoid the thing the passage says he must avoid. And what are Muslims told not to do and what they're supposed to do? What does their Quran say, David, that they believe is the eternal, uncreated speech of Allah? What does it say?
This is going to be the wrong size because I'm pulling it up here, but let's see what they have.
And I have a good commentary on it, why it was revealed.
Good. All right, let's look up multiple translations here. All right, here we go.
Watch here, guys. Watch the verse.
Ready? So we'll go through a couple translations. Surah 6, verse 108. Revile not those unto whom they pray besides Allah, lest they wrongfully revile Allah through ignorance. So this first part is the key. We'll read a couple translations. Revile not those unto whom they pray. Notice, talking about other people's gods. Revile not those unto whom they pray besides Allah, lest they wrongfully revile Allah through ignorance, right? Don't make fun of their gods, lest they make fun of your God, right?
Exactly.
Yusuf Ali, revile not ye those whom they call upon besides God, lest they out of spite revile God in their ignorance, right? So if you're making fun of their gods, then they're going to make fun of your God in return. Now the story is actually a little more interesting than this. Hilali Khan, and insult not those whom they, the disbelievers, worship besides Allah, lest they insult Allah wrongfully without knowledge. So, and Shakir, and do not abuse those whom they call upon besides Allah, lest exceeding the limits they should abuse Allah out of ignorance. Right. So, absolutely. Sam, what's going on here?
Now I'm going to give you guys the so-called historical context of the passage. Guys, I want you to pay attention to the passage. Please pay attention. Notice that the reason why the Quran says don't attack their gods, it's not because you should love your enemy, right? Be kind to them. Pray for those who spitefully use you. No, the reason is lest they attack Allah. In other words, this is not done out of love for the unbeliever, love for the quote-unquote sinner, in order to love them into repentance and show them a better way. That's not the reason. The reason is, hey, if you mock their gods, they're going to attack Allah. So you don't want them to attack Allah. So it has nothing to do with the salvation of the unbeliever, being kind to the unbeliever, loving the unbeliever, and turning the other cheek. Nothing to do with that. It's purely selfish. Don't attack lest they attack Allah and desecrate Allah. Now, let me give you the context. Now you can read this online for free. altafsir.com, altafsir.com, altafsir, tafsir.com. Read the commentary provided by Al-Wahdi, Asbab al-Nuzul. Asbab al-Nuzul. Asbab al-Nuzul means the occasion of revelation, why this passage was revealed. It's a little lengthy, but you want to get the historical context. Revile not those unto whom they pray beside Allah, lest they wrongfully revile Allah through ignorance. Now, the translator wrongly put 5:108. He meant chapter 6, verse 108. Said Ibn Abbas. Who's Ibn Abbas? Muhammad's first cousin, considered one of the greatest Muslim scholars ever lived. According to the report of Al-Walabi, the idolaters said, "Oh Muhammad, watch this, David. Guys, pay attention. Listen to what the idolaters were doing. They were trying to avoid a conflict and war. Oh Muhammad, either you stop reviling our idols or we will revile your Lord." Guys, let me park it there. Did you catch that even the Muslim sources admit it wasn't the idolaters who attacked Muhammad? It wasn't the unbelievers who mocked Muhammad. It wasn't the kuffar who insulted Allah. They went out of their way to try to find a peaceful resolution. Look, Muhammad, look, we're telling you, man, stop attacking our idols. So who's attacking? Who's mocking? Who's insulting? The so-called prophet of mercy. So then they got tired of it. We're warning you. Any more attacks on our idols?
By the way, Sam, don't let me forget, because later on, Hijab's going to freak out because I'm insulting the Quran, and I would never insult someone's sacred, religious, blah 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 blah. And you're pointing out that Muslims were doing that to the beliefs of the pagans, right? So wait a minute. It's wrong for me to insult the Quran. It's wrong for me to do that. And yet, what were Muhammad and his followers doing? They were insulting and degrading the religious beliefs and the gods and goddesses of the pagans. That is interesting. It almost seems like Mohammed Hijab's been condemning his own religion without realizing it, and that he's actually an apostate.
Absolutely. He's showing he's much better than his God and his prophet. So please, guys, hear what David said and what the passage is saying in the commentary. This is not a Christian commentary. This is a Muslim commentary, and it gets worse. It's not just Muhammad. Notice what the unbelievers are telling Muhammad. "O Muhammad, either you stop reviling our idols." So who's insulting who? Muhammad, the so-called prophet of mercy, "or we will revile your Lord." And so Allah, exalted is He, warn against reviling the idols, lest they wrongfully revile Allah through ignorance. Now, Qatada said, the Muslims used to revile the idols of the unbelievers, and the latter used to react against them. Now, Dave, I'm not that sharp, and English is not my mother tongue. Okay, it says the Muslims used to revile the idols, and the latter, the unbelievers, would react. So if they're reacting, that means they're not instigating, are they?
Nope, they're reacting to the insults and mockery of the Muslims. That's interesting.
I wonder. Right?
Gosh,
Oh,
I mean,
interesting.
hijab is condemning the entire early Muslim community. This is amazing. This is going to be amazing stuff. This is fun. All right, go.
Beautiful. Now it gets better, folks. It gets better.
Surprise.
The Muslims used to Muhammad Hijab. The Muslims used to revile the idols of the unbelievers, and the latter used to react against them. So Allah revealed this verse. Blah blah blah. Okay. Now watch here. Therefore, Allah warned the Muslims against being the cause. Being the cause. Allah warned the Muslims against being the cause.
Don't be the cause.
Which drives ignorant unbelievers who have no knowledge of Allah to revile Allah as a result of reviling their idols. Now the final part.
Whoa. You
Go ahead, yes.
repeat that and repeat it very slowly, because that's going to tell us a lot about our friend Mohammed Hijab here, and about exactly why I took a bite out of the Quran. Go ahead.
100%. Yeah, sorry guys, I shouldn't be rushing. It's important, but it feels like I need to. But I'm going to slow it down. Watch here. Okay. When they reacted against the Muslims abusing their idols,
notice
Allah,
they reacted, right? The Muslims abusing their idols, and they react. Got it. Go ahead.
Allah, exalted is He, therefore warned the Muslims against being the cause.
Being the cause of what?
Which drives ignorant unbelievers who have no knowledge of Allah to revile Allah as a result.
So so Allah orders, do not be the cause of other people then reviling Allah in return as a consequence of your behavior. That's what Allah revealed here, Sam. That so Mohammed Hijab, he's a Muslim. He's not supposed to be doing something that's going to cause other people like, I don't know, David Wood, to revile his religion and book. And so if he were to find out, wow, if I keep heaping abuse on women, David Wood is going to take a bite out of my Quran, he's supposed to, as a Muslim, say, then I'm going to stop that behavior and apologize for it. Is that correct?
He has to, if he fears Allah and loves the messenger. He has to. He's got to stop. If he loves Allah and the messenger, he's got to stop this nonsense. He's got to stop attacking unbelievers, especially their wives, because now he's provoking unbelievers to attack Muhammad, the Quran, and Allah, so the sin will be on his neck and Allah will condemn and punish him.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me read this part, because this is the part where we both have used in debates against Muslims when they say, no, see, the idolaters attacked Muhammad. No, they didn't. Said al-Suddi, guys pay attention, said al-Suddi, when Abu Talib was dying, Muhammad's uncle, some chiefs of the Quraysh said, let us go to this man, Abu Talib, and ask him to forbid his nephew from reviling our idols, for we feel shame to kill him after he passes away, and drive the Arabs to say he used to defend him, but once he passed away, they killed him. So now, David, let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. Does this sound like the unbelievers wanted to kill Muhammad and persecute Muhammad and make Muhammad's life miserable? Or does it sound like they're doing everything they can to avoid war and bloodshed and violence?
And notice they're going specifically to negotiate a kind of truce to keep Muhammad from attacking them and their forefathers and their beliefs and so on. And it's simple. Look, Muhammad, believe in Allah, great. Believe in monotheism, fine. Just stop with the insults and the mockery of our beliefs. Stop it. Stop attacking and mocking our gods. It's a simple request, because there are some people around here who are emotional and they're eventually going to kill you, and we're trying everything in our power to avoid that, Muhammad. Stop, please. We are begging you. These are the pagans, and now if you ask a Muslim what were the pagans like, oh, Muhammad was just there, just praying to Allah in pure monotheism, and the pagans came over and started trying to kill him and slaughter. Guys, it's like their actual sources are completely irrelevant to them, right? It's just let me make up some story that makes me feel really good about my religion. Oh, but it contradicts all the sources. Who cares about the sources when I have my fantasies? It's amazing stuff, man.
Now, just to confirm what you said, they had no problem with him preaching about Allah. Remember what David said? They had no problem him preaching Allah. Here's the confirmation right here. And so Abu Sufyan, Abu Jahl, Al-Nadir ibn Al-Harith, Umayyah, and Ubay, the sons of Khalaf, Uqba ibn Abi Mu'ayt, Amr ibn Al-As, say that 5 times fast, Al-Aswad ibn Al-Bukhturi, went to see Abu Talib. Now, guys, listen. Did they have a problem with him preaching about Allah? They said to him, you are our master in chief, but Muhammad has harmed us, harmed our idols. We would like you to call him and warn him against speaking ill of our idols. And from our part, we will leave him alone to his Allah. Wait, David, does that say, look, if he talks about Allah and says he loves Allah and worships Allah, we're going to kill him? Or saying, no, hey, let him love Allah, let him preach Allah, let him worship Allah. Just stop harming our idols. What does that sound like?
Sounds like they're promoting interfaith harmony.
Thank you very much. So now the rest of it says basically the same thing. So you get the point. The source says, you read it, the pagans went out of their way to try to avoid bloodshed and war, and kept saying to Muhammad and the Muslims, you guys keep mocking our idols. You keep attacking our idols. You're going to leave us no choice. We're going to attack Allah, cuss Allah, and we're going to say things about Allah that you won't like. Can you stop? Because we don't want this to escalate. They even said, you read it, they even said to Abu Talib, let him talk about Allah. Let him praise Allah. In fact, other sources like Ibn Ishaq said, when Muhammad used to talk about Allah, they would listen. When did they turn? When he attacked their gods. So notice 2 things. The Quran was, quote unquote, revealed to stop Muslims from attacking the gods of the pagans, lest they attack Allah. So the concern of the Quran isn't to show them love. It's not love your enemy, pray for those who spitefully use you, turn the other cheek. That is not the reason. It's selfish. Notice the motive. We don't want them to mock Allah, so we're going to not mock their gods. But what happens when they have the upper hand? They will mock your gods, your traditions, and if you don't like it, they'll behead you, which leads to another point where Ali Dawah said, called for capital punishment. We'll get to that. And secondly, the Muslim sources confirm, folks, the pagan idolaters went out of their way to avoid conflict, avoid war. They're not the one who attacked Muhammad, attacked Allah. They did not harm him at all. And they said, let him talk about Allah, let him preach Allah, let him worship Allah. We'll listen. But stop attacking our idols. You're the cause of this war and bloodshed. You're the cause of us attacking Allah. We don't want to do it. Stop. So the Muslims were the ones who started the problems.
And so Muhammad and his companions are insulting, reviling, mocking the beliefs of the pagans, mocking the idols, the gods and goddesses of the pagans. Yeah. And after years of being sickened by this blatant intolerance, they keep trying to reason with him. And finally, when Muhammad simply won't negotiate, it comes to this. It comes to, look, we told you we're fine with you going around preaching Islam, all this, just don't stop mocking our gods. When Muhammad refused to do that, then it became, okay, if you do not stop mocking our gods, our beliefs, we're going to mock your God and your beliefs. Yep. And that's when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed, you Muslims, you are now ordered, you Muslims are now ordered that if your actions are going to lead someone else to heap abuse on your religion, Stop what you're doing. Stop doing it. Now this wouldn't be, everything, right? If someone said stop praying to Allah or we'll do something there, a Muslim would be obligated to, no, I have to keep praying. Notice the context. If you're insulting people's beliefs, if you're doing things that you don't actually have to do, right? You're choosing to do them. You're choosing to mock. You're choosing to insult. You're choosing to heap abuse on people. If you're doing some of that and someone says, well, guess what? I'm going to do it about your religion and your God. You as a Muslim are commanded, stop what you're doing. Stop that right now. Now, what's Mohammed Hijab been doing? Me go after your wives. Me. Down on your knees. Horse. Everyone, horse. Slut. Whore. Me strong. Going after people's wives, right?
Oh, man.
And people, I can't believe David took a bite out of the Quran. Ladies and gentlemen, notice Sam said the command is not live in peace for the good of the community or something like that. It's selfish. It's if you want to avoid someone insulting and degrading your beliefs in some way, then you have to stop what you're doing. So there is precisely one thing I can go to in the Quran to say, here is Allah ordering you to stop what you're doing right now. Ordering you. And how is Allah ordering you? Because I'm telling you, if you do that, Mohammed Hijab, then I'm doing this. And right there, he is supposed to stop. And notice, ladies and gentlemen, he stopped. He stopped, right? Stop. I've learned from listening. I've learned from listening to the honest feedback of some of the brothers that I should not do this. Yeah. Why? What are those brothers telling him? Have you never read Surah 6, verse 108 in your entire life, Mohammed Hijab? Have you never read this? He's telling you what he's going to do.
100%.
After listening to me listen.
Dude, man, you're killing me with that
But like I said, not so fast. Not so fast, Mohammed Hijab. You're not getting off that easy. We're not done. Surprise.
Only thing I regret when it looks like these are like beautiful printed copies of the Quran, and it just breaks my heart when you have to rip out a page, and now you can't use that and go to that page when you're debating Muslims, bro. I hope you have at least a huge supply of Qurans.
I have piles of these dudes.
All right.
Just for such occasions.
Okay, you got it. It's a big.
Especially now.
I may join you.
Especially now. I have to stock, with people like Hijab as the representatives of Islam, I have to stock my pantry with these.
Yeah.
Because I got a taste for Quran, for fresh Quran meat now.
Hey, it's finger looking good, and I'll lick your fingers after you chew on it. All right,
you have
Remember
to.
the sunnah.
Yeah, that's according to Muhammad. You got to lick each other's fingers. Pretty gross stuff. Yeah, more.
Make sure I'm next to you.
You can see why. I mean, if Hijab is growing up believing these things, you got to suck on each other's fingers, and you have to walk. You're supposed to. Your prophet walked around with semen all over him, and you have sex with 9 to 11 women and girls in the same night, and my adopted son's.
You're killing me with that impression, dude. I swear I can't.
My adopted son's wife. This more important than adoption. Meanwhile, her right and.
Oh boy.
Muta. Right. I mean, all this stuff, right.
We got to do a character, man.
Yeah,
we got to make that a character.
I'm just saying, when you're raised in this, and then you start finding out that there's all this perverted stuff on the internet, man, I guess he's going. Look, the apostate prophet here. The apostate prophet. This is from a little earlier back, but the apostate prophet said, "I'm an immoral atheist." Finally, the apostate prophet is acknowledging the obvious. He says, "I'm an immoral atheist." And Mohammed Hijab taught me things about sexual fantasies and torture that I'd never heard of before.
I'm telling you, man.
They were calling this 50 Shades of Hijab, man. They're calling it 50 Shades of Hijab.
I would call it 114 shades because of the Quran. 114 shades of hijab. What's up, baby?
You're giving me video ideas here, man. You're giving me video ideas.
That's right, yeah.
All right.
Sexual deviant, that's what he is. But yeah, you guys got it. Muslims, you heard. Your Quran says, stop mocking our faith, stop mocking our God, stop mocking our women, because you won't like it, because Muhammad has a lot of dirt for us to expose and shame and humiliate. Don't go there.
Yeah, and this is something that I've said repeatedly. It's You guys are the most easily offended people in the world. Someone like Mohammed Hijab is among the most easily offended people in the world. He flips out over everything. And just to show it, I mean, he spent day after day after day heaping abuse on women. Me strong! And his followers cheering him on. Oh, our champion, our wonderful champion, the new champion of Islam. Yes, go after those apologist wives. Right?
Yeah.
So,
by the way,
what's that?
you got a new video idea. 2 people said it. 114 shades of hijab.
There you go.
Go ahead. Finish
Or the Quran. That's perfect too. But now what was I talking about? Oh yeah. So I pointed out. So Mohammed Hijab's heaping all this abuse on everyone. And once I saw, this was live, right? This was off the cuff. Once I saw, AP pointed out, no, look at what he's saying right there. I wasn't really paying attention. I wasn't looking that close at it. I was like, okay, he's saying blah, blah, blah. Once you actually read the words and what he's saying and find out this is really sick, perverted, bondage and torture, all kinds of stuff in there. Once you find that out, it was just, okay, how can I divert this guy's course right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I'll put the eating the Quran into effect, took a bite out of it, and what happened? The next day, he loses his mind, right? Video after video, clip after clip, post after post of me flipping out on me. Now, anyway, here's the point. Mohammed Hijab, if you can spend your entire life figuring out how to insult people, and it takes me all of 6 seconds to completely derail you and send you wherever I want you to go, and then you are immediately start backing down. Oh, I'm sorry, guys, I'm sorry. Are you really made for this stuff, man? Are you really made for it, man? Not. Yeah, this is not. Yeah. The point here, and this is honest, straightforward advice. Those of you who are following Mohammed Hijab, you should not be following people like now. To be clear, I want you following people like Mohammed Hijab because I want your ideology to collapse. But as far as you as individuals, you as individual human beings, you don't want to follow. You don't want to follow this guy because you're not equipped for this. You're not equipped. There's too much material in your sources. There are too many ways for us to insult and revile your belief. Now, I suppose someone could say, well, you were insulting anyway. You were already insulting. So what else can you do, guys? Keep in mind, we can dial this up, man. We can always dial it up, right? What do? We sit here, we go through, yes, I use sarcasm and so on, but the sarcasm, the mockery, it's never just sarcasm and mockery for the sake of sarcasm and mockery. We're never just insulting for the sake of insulting. You go to any episode of Muhammad's Boom Boom Room, you go to any episode of Islamicize Me, it's content-based. There's content. We're making a point. And we're making it more memorable. We're making it stand out in people's mind more by adding some mockery and sarcasm to it, right? But it's content-based. The point is, if you guys decide to go a different route, I don't need to make things content-based. I can just start ripping up Qurans and so on, right? We could just do that, right? The point is, we don't want to go that route. Yeah. Your guys like Mohammed Hijab are causing us to go that route. And Sam, what was it? If they're causing other people to heap abuse on Allah and his religion, what are they supposed to do?
They better stop being the cause of unbelievers attacking Allah in ignorance, because you know what's going to happen to you Muslims when you violate that command? Allah will discipline you and punish you, because the unbelievers will be given a reason to mock Allah, ridicule Allah, expose Allah and his messenger to your shame and humiliation, and Allah's not going to be happy with you guys.
Yeah, and so if you're not obeying Allah's command, if you just keep doing stuff that's causing unbelievers to heap abuse and insults on your Quran, on the speech of your God, he's going to punish you. You're going to get fired from Yera.
Yeah. Well, I think even Sapiens Institute, it's going to be a matter of time. They're going to have to get rid of this guy because this guy's done too much damage already.
No one's going to be able to deal with him. And guess what? Here's the thing. At the end of the day, when he's crossing a line, I'll tell him he's crossing a line. I'll make sure he doesn't get to cross that line. But I still want him to be massively successful, right? You just you can't go after wives and so on. But yet no one's going to be able to control him. And my advice to him would be, why aren't you going solo, dude? Why are you? Oh, I will live by their code of conduct. You're Mohammed Hijab, man. You're Mohammed Hijab. Why should you be living according to their code of conduct, man? You're Mohammed Hijab. You're the most arrogant dude in the world, man. Why are you living according to... You need to go solo, dude. Solo. You and your fans. Let your fans gather around you. All you need is you. You got Ali Dawa. You guys got your channels. You got your fans. You don't need to be part of organizations.
Yeah, that's true.
You guys can blow up way beyond those organizations. Then when those organizations have to start condemning you because you're such a horrible, you give people such a horrible impression of Islam because you're accurately representing it, then when they try to rein you in, you can crush all of them. I don't need any of your organizations. Me hijab, me strong, you weak, you jealous my success. Right?
You finish, boy. You
finish him.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. You know, why does he need an organization? That's a very good point, because he can go start a Patreon account, whatever, and blow up. Just
He's
being
set,
solo,
man.
right?
He's set. Gosh, dudes, start your own organization, man. Go off. You, Ali Dawa, all the guys who are like just doing everything they can to destroy Islam and not realizing it. Everyone team up and become this ultimate demolition team where everything that is dear in Islam just crumbles to the ground for the sake of your pride and arrogance. This is amazing stuff, man.
Yep.
Wow.
Woo! Is there any more from this nutbag?
Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let's keep going. How's everyone doing? Is everyone having fun? Because I'm having fun right here. I only got like 3 hours sleep last night because I was up working on a video, and then I have kids, so you know it's hard to sleep.
You got
in
3,000 watching, man.
Yeah,
you got over 3,000 watching, so they like this.
For being so, and then I posted a video like 8 something in the morning. Anyway, yeah, for being tired. I'm feeling like I'm having a lot of fun here. Yeah. Hijab's just fun, right? We cover some topics, and it's not really fun.
Look, dude, I like to joke and mock when I have to people who deserve it. So he's given me a lot of leeway to start busting out with all these different characters, like the brother fit. But we'll wait for that. Let's just see what's next. Yeah, Hijab, you're going to sharpen, perfect my acting skills when I start busting up on you, son. But what else has he said?
Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo said, me strong.
Yeah. Man, you do it naturally, bro. We got to bring in a character, this character for these Mohammed Bumu. So maybe we can also have a Halal Hogan versus me strong. Hey, brother, I'm stronger still, man. Something like that.
Strong. Me strong.
Yes, I am, brother. I will smash you dirty little kafir, brother, because they're giving him an excuse to mock Allah's messenger, brother.
Hey, check this out from Gina. Allah says, Mohammed Hijab. Hang on. Mohammed Hijab, you did not serve me well. I shall punish you severely. Mohammed Hijab. What? Do you know who I am? Boy, I am your teacher, boy. You only have one shin. I'll finish you. That's not a character. That's how he actually talks. I'll finish you, Allah. Muhammad Hijab. I'm the great God Allah. Wait, would this work better? That cup didn't work. Check. No, I need a bigger cup. Something. So notice, that would be the conversation. Muhammad Hijab, I ordered you not to do stuff and say stuff and insult that's going to lead to more insults and abuse. I'll finish you. You only have one shin. Me stronger than you, Allah.
Me
hijab. Oh! I challenge you to MMA match, Allah, with your one shin.
2 right hands, dude.
I'll finish you.
Yeah, you choke me out with 2 right hands, right? Yeah.
Wow. Oh man. All right. So should we check out? Let's get back to our good friend Mohammed Hijab here. Yeah. All right, so we had Henman Hill here. Yeah, you guys, you're right, Hijab. I condemn David Wood. Here. Now guys, just think about this, because I think that a lot of Christians think like just completely one-dimensionally. They can't think more than one move ahead, and they're just thinking, oh, if you do this, that's going to be offensive, and that just ruins everything, right? Not thinking, okay, what's going on? And I've had other Christians, David, don't stoop to their level. don't stoop to their level by doing this. Is it, what level are you talking about here? The level of protecting women from being, abused publicly online? That level? That's the level I'm stooping. I'm not stooping to their level. That's not their level. They're the ones heaping the abuse. Well, I'm concerned about the level of protecting these women from abuse, and I'm not budging from that. I'm not budging from that. And if I know, I mean, guys, just think about this, right? Suppose there's this tribe of people, right? Suppose you're out in the jungle and there's this tribe of people, and they say, "Oh, here's our tribe, and we're gonna burn down the town with all these people in it, unless you pee on this idol of ours. If you pee on this idol of ours, then we're not going to kill anybody." I'd be peeing on the idol pretty quick. It wouldn't even be a question. I wouldn't know what you're thinking if you start saying, "Oh no, well, I don't want to hurt their feelings. I don't want to hurt their feelings by peeing on their idol and saving all the." What are you talking about? That's a stupid idol. Who cares about it? You're saving all these lives. Do it. Don't worry about their feelings, right? And here you've got this situation where you've got someone like Hijab, and he's literally training his fans. He's increasing in popularity. He's growing. He's exploding in popularity. He's only going to get worse, more arrogant. His head's going to get even bigger. He's not going to get wiser. He's going to get dumber. And he's saying, here's how I'm training this generation. Now, again, I want him training the generation, right? But not to do everything, right? There are limits. I don't want him running out raping people and stuff like that, right? So you got to put some limits on there. And one of the limits is, no, you guys aren't forming these gangs of professional harassers who run around heaping sexual perversion imagery on women who happen to be associated with the people you don't like, right? You're not doing it. Okay. Well, if I'm going to not allow that, and I know there is precisely one way I can order him, according to his Quran, to stop, and I say, okay, I'll do that. What is it? David's not a Christian. Here,
I don't think Jesus in you, brother.
Here's what, Sam. Here's what's funny. I'm not even thinking of this in Christian terms. I'm just thinking of this as being a man terms, right? Like, what are you talking about? Of course, these guys are saying, "We strong men, we go crush all these women." And we're saying, no, you're not. No, you're not. We'll stop you. We'll do whatever it takes to stop you. And there's one thing that will stop you, and I'm going to do that thing. And then, oh, I can't believe that David would ruin Christianity for Muslims, and now they're not going to respect him. Oh.
Let me just say the opposite. Let me tell you what this is going to do. It's going to make even atheists and agnostics be more open to Christians, because they see a Christian standing up for apostate prophet, someone who doesn't believe in Christianity, and yet David, and I join him, will stand up for the honor of apostate prophet's wife, because though he's not a Christian, he's still a creature of Jesus in the image of Christ, him and his wife, and they have dignity that Christ has given them, and we will fight for their honor and dignity. That will actually make people think, man, these Christians are really wonderful people to take a stand for people that don't believe in Jesus or their Bible, but they still love us anyway, and will help us stand up to these bullies. What are you talking about? That's actually going to work in favor of Christianity, not against Christianity. Mm-hmm. This guy talking about.
And here's what's hilarious, Sam. We already read this, right? But think about this. So Mohammed Hijab, right? He has this epic meltdown. He destroys people's confidence in the Quran. People are calling him left and right, "I'm leaving Islam because you destroyed my faith in the Quran with that Yasir Qadhi incident. I'm leaving Islam. You ruined my belief for me," right? And he decides, me smart. Me come up with way to be champion, right? So think about this, right? Oh, I'm destroying everyone's confidence. I'm destroying everyone's faith. What can I do here? I know. I'll go take on all the enemies of Islam. I'll go take on all of them. Ooh, David Wood and the apostate prophet are having a live stream over there. Oh, golden showers, boy! Golden showers, right? And that's his brilliant plan, right? When Mohammed Hijab sits back, what can I do? I'm plotting. Allah's the greatest of plotters. Me not so much. Let me think what kind of plan I could come up with here. Me no golden showers, right? And so he did his golden showers spiel and started telling everyone about the golden showers and started informing people how familiar he is with a lot of stuff that people don't want to look up on the internet. And then that wasn't enough. Me go for wives. Oh, me show you real man. Oh, right?
Dude, you're gonna be killing me with that impersonation, man.
I mean that's it, right? This is his plotting. This is his plotting, right?
Yeah.
This is so funny, right? So this is his plotting. This is his brilliant plan. Then once I really understood, we were live when I actually paid attention to the words that were being spoken, because the apostate prophet was breaking them down. Then once it hit me, it was, okay, formulate master plan. Up, take a bite out of this Quran, bam. And then what happens? He loses his mind. And check this out, right? Check this out. So he did all his stuff, which caused me to do my stuff in order to get him to stop doing the stuff, right? And then he comes up with the brilliant plan. Me know how to control David Wood. Me get other Christians condemn him. Sam, for how many years have Christians been condemning us?
Woo! Yeah, too many years, too long for me to even want to, over 10 years. My case, over 10 years. It's been over 10 years. Close to 20 with me. Sam! I don't see Jesus in you, Sam! Yeah.
Christians telling us we're doing it all wrong that's the history of our interactions with Islam, right? We're blasting away at the foundations of Islam. Muslims are leaving Islam, converting to Christianity. Meanwhile, we have an endless supply of Christians telling us, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Because here in my mind, I just think, I know how a Muslim thinks. I never met a Muslim, but, I know how one thinks. And he would just think, oh, if you hurt my feelings about my religion, I will never listen to the gospel. I will never listen to that gospel. And so I condemn you. I condemn you, David Wood and Sam Shamoun, all the thousands of Muslims who've converted Christianity because of the things I condemn all of that. You need to be you need to be sitting back in your room and just sitting there and basking in the love of your own stupidity.
You do it too natural, dude. Oh boy. Too natural. And just again, it's not about pragmatism, but one of the arguments I've often heard, you're going to turn people off from the gospel. No one's going to get saved. And then when you show, and I don't go around boasting, but David I've received dozens and dozens of Muslims leaving Islam, following Jesus Christ, falling in love with the Trinity. But then when you show them that, well, it doesn't matter. Your approach is still not biblical. So damn if you do, damn if you don't. You don't win either way.
Yeah. No, I got that a ton from it because it happened over and over and over and over and over again with James White's fans. So he would say something on the dividing line, then all his guys would come on after me, and they would always do that. They would say, David, what you're doing right now is leading Muslims away from Christianity, and they'll never listen to you. And I would go, look at all these testimonies. I would just start handing them 10, here's 10 more, here's 10 more, here's 10 more, giving them testimonies of people who left Islam after watching my videos, and they would go, oh, so it's just pragmatism, like you said. It's just pragmatism. It's whatever works. And it's, wait a minute, that's how you came to me, right? And then they all run off and say, David just believes whatever works, no matter whether it's right or wrong, you just do it if it works. You guys brought that up. You guys brought up pragmatism. Don't do this or it'll never work. No, it actually does work. How dare you talk about what works? Well, it's a fun life, son. It's a fun life. We got Muslims here. We got atheists here. Christians coming up behind us, jamming a knife in our back. But think about it, right? If I listen to any of these guys, David, you can't do the one thing that'll stop someone like Mohammed Hijab, and did stop Mohammed Hijab from doing.
Yeah, it did.
From heaping abuse. How dare you, David? How dare you do the one thing that'll protect women from this mob of online abuse?
Speaking of which, this reminded me what I want to ask you. I've heard this story, and I think you mentioned it. Wasn't there a general that actually took the blood of a swine, dipped his bullet in it, and I guess there were war with some Muslims, and when he killed those Muslim terrorists, he let one survive, and he says, hey, you go tell the Muslims, anytime they do something, we're going to dip these bullets in the blood of swine, and we're going to use them to shoot them down. And somehow that stopped them from attacking. I heard that. I thought maybe you mentioned that, or am I tripping?
Not
all right.
me.
Maybe someone can confirm it, because I heard two people tell me the story. It was some general at some war when Muslims were attacking, and that's what he did, and it stopped them from attacking. If you guys know what I'm talking about, Just if you can throw the name in the comment section, because I remember that. 2 people told me that story independently. Like, oh, wow. What's the point? We're not saying we Christians, we don't use violence. But you see, he understood, how do I stop these animals from killing people, terrorizing people, raping women? Because this was a war. It was in the context of work. Someone said Pershing. Gave me the General Pershing, right? See, Blackjack Pershing. So I wasn't making it up, right? See, Blackjack Pershing. And it stopped the terrorist attacks. See, true story. So we get in the comment section. True story. See, bro?
Yep.
Thought like you. That's what I'm saying. You're the general of Christianity. The C patent of Christianity, bro. But it's spiritual. We use weapons that are spiritual. We do not use physical weapons. We as Christians, and I want to say it for the record, lest people misrepresent me. We Christians do not use physical violence against those who reject the gospel. That's not the message of Jesus Christ. So.
All right. Let's. So once Hijab had spent, had gone the golden showers route and the abusing women route, and it took me all of 6 seconds to derail him. Then his big solution. Me know how get David. Me know how control David. me get other Christians. I hear Christians condemning me all day, every day, every time I go to the YouTube comment section. I got Christians condemning me, but this is Hijab's brilliant strategy. I know if I get James White to call out David Wood, then David Wood his heart will melt and he'll stop. He'll stop eating the Quran.
Yeah. It's ironic. He did get James White to criticize you and me, but hey, we knew that was coming. I knew that was going to happen.
But think about this. You do something, right? And they basically got 2 things. One, they have their divide and conquer technique. Let me get other people to condemn you. This will control you. And then they have the threats and intimidation, right? Now, if you were to sit down and make a list, what are the things that are guaranteed to never in a million years work with someone like Sam Shamoun or David Wood or something like that? Here's a list of the things that that have a 0% chance of ever working. That's what Hijab comes up with. That's what these guys come up with. Let me do the things that have absolutely no chance of ever working. Let me do those, and when they don't work, I'll just do them again, right? When they didn't work for Islamicize Me, I'll do them again. They didn't work for Muhammad's Boom Boom Room, I'll do them again. They're not working now. If I just do them more, my goodness, dude, it's like
genius. He's a genius, man. Islamic logic, bro.
And here's the sad part. I mean, think about this. If Mohammed Hijab wants me to stop eating the Quran, if he really wants me to stop taking big old bites out of his book here. Yeah. It's pretty simple. Take down all the tweets where you're talking about people's wives. It's done, right? No, me can't do that. Those my tweets. Oh, me strong. Me can't take tweets down. Instead, he'll try all this stuff that doesn't work. It's like the dumbest nonsense ever. And this is the golden boy here. This is the golden boy. Not the golden showers boy, the golden boy. You know what I mean? It's the guy. Sapiens.
Now, he hasn't taken it down yet, right? But I really suspect from pressure from Sapiens, he's going to have to remove it. But that's too late.
He's going to remove it because I am going to everything I've done so far. That's what's funny. He lost his mind over me taking a bite. That was the warning, right? That was the warning shot across the bow. That is not, hey, okay, well, here's my retaliation. That's, dude, please don't make me retaliate here. I'm trying to give you some indication that I'm serious and the direction I'm going. And he loses his mind. It's the end of the world. David Wood he shoot up and spit out Surat al-Fatiha. Dude, you are not made for this, Hijab. You are not made for this kind of battle. You're not made for it. So, very simple. Take down every single tweet where you mentioned someone's wife. Someone's wife, or people's wives, right? It's very simple. It's straightforward. I'm not saying you can't criticize the apostate prophet. I'm not saying you can't criticize the, Abdullah Samir or something. Wives off the table. And what's amazing is the Muslims look at this and they say, well, we're using our freedom of speech because you're using your freedom of speech. This is not a freedom of speech issue. Freedom of speech means your speech is protected by the government and these platforms and so on. No one's stopping you. No one's stopping you from doing that, right? The government is not stepping in. Twitter is not stepping in to stop you. I'm telling you this, to be clear, this is not a freedom of speech issue. This is a, I know your book and I will use your book to tell you what to do situation. And I'm ordering you, you better do this or I'll do this. And I'm saying you better take down the tweets or there's no limit to my plans, man. There's no limit to the things I'll come up with. And you're sitting here with Surah 6, 108 right in your face saying, Hijab, you better do what David says. You better do what David said.
Better yet, do what your God says. 6108. Do what Allah says.
Basically,
do what Allah says.
In this situation, I'm basically in Allah's position because you're supposed to do what I'm saying according to your book. You better respect.
Yeah. Do what your God and messenger say, dude. Come on. Let's see if he does.
All right, let's read a little more. Let's see. Why, when you had the chance to destroy me, you wanted to run away? Look at this liar. I've never seen this. Does this guy ever stop lying? Look. Why, when you had the chance to destroy me, you wanted to run away? Now behind the screen, you are a big man. He's, I haven't seen this, but I can see that's Vocab's old background. So this is from the Vocab interview. But I haven't watched this clip. If someone wants to watch it, you can tell me. Yeah. I said that once I realized they were breaking the rules and that I'd sort of fallen into, I mean, I get there, someone immediately steals my charger. I can't even charge my laptop. All my notes are on there. And then he immediately starts breaking all of the rules that he agreed to over and over and over again, basically throwing it in my face. It was kind of, why am I doing this? Why do I keep engaging with people who will not honor the rules, who have no integrity? Why do I do this? Why do I not just walk off stage? And so I'm just going to walk off stage. And then I would change my mind. I would say, okay, no, there's an audience here. I don't want to, so on. But notice how he represents it. Like, oh, you're scared, so you want to walk. Yeah. No, you are a liar, dude. Now, here's what's amazing. I wanted to walk off stage because I realized I'm sick of dealing with liars, with people who have absolutely zero integrity and yet represent their organizations and adhere to their codes of conduct. Sick of dealing with people who have absolutely no integrity and will not honor any agreement they come to you with. And then when he talks about that situation, he lies about it again. Right? So they're dealing with the biggest liars in history, and look at the fans. They love it. You can walk up to all of Mohammed Hijab's fans. You have any problem with Hijab lying to these guys and then lying to you about what this person said about this? No, they don't care. They don't care. They serve the best of all deceivers.
Man, dude, I forgot about that part. They even stole your computer charger?
Yeah, as soon as I walked in there. Now, to be fair, I didn't see who stole it, so I can't say if it was a Muslim. It could have just been someone who worked there and said, "Man, I really need a charger, and I lost my charger," and could have just snatched it. So I can't say that. I can't say that this is any part of a plot. But I went in there, I set my stuff down, I set up the camera, I turned around, the charger I just set down, I just set there was gone.
Wow.
And minor issues, but the point was, you're sitting there and you're realizing, hey, this sounds like this is not the friendly debate I was told it was, right? I'm dealing with a bunch of compulsive liars here. When this happens, in order to prove a point, so these guys stop doing this in the future, we should just walk off stage. We should go up, say whatever we want to say, and then at the end of it say, but you know what? We had an agreement. They broke it. Done. Bye. Next time, don't break the agreement. And hopefully that would change things. So anyway, thought about doing that. And then Hijab, whoa, why were you scared of me? It's nothing. My goodness. What a piece of work, man. Here we have Mohammed Hijab. What's he saying now? David Wood mocks and laughs at, this is the apostate, this is his name for the apostate prophet's wife. Even the enemies appreciate my new stand-up comedy against them. We make them laugh. We make them cry. Dude, you're making your guys cry, and then you get fired from your organization. Because
you're the only one's crying is Allah and His messenger, buddy. Allah's messenger are crying.
What a joke. Oh, here we have it. Oh, here we have it. Here we have the fight. Here we have the fight challenge. Hang on. Let's go to the earlier one. Because we titled it after
fight challenge.
Who told me about this morning? Someone sent me a message. Hijab challenging you guys to a fight. Okay, so here we go.
Yeah, I've been doing that on my live streams too, man. It's boy.
Let's see. We'll check out all of these. So Mohammed Hijab said, send the contract. Now notice, guys, notice. Wait a minute here. Think about this guy's level of strategy, right? What a brilliant
picture.
How brilliant is this guy at strategy? I'm gonna get Yasir Qadhi in here, and he's gonna show all these Islamophobes that the Quran. He's going to show all these Islamophobes that the Quran's been perfectly preserved right down to the letter. Sorry, the Quran's all screwed up. Take my class if you want to find out my solution to this massive problem and all these massive holes in the narrative. And then, everyone's losing their faith. I know. I'll start going after the apostate prophet and David Wood with talk of golden showers. And his fans are cheering him on, right? Yeah, we love you, man. This is exactly what we've been looking for in Islam. Thank you. Show them the truth about our religion, Mohammed Hijab. Then people start making fun of him about the golden showers and stuff. And so, hey, let me change the subject to heaping abuse on women, right? And so let me heap a bunch of abuse on women, and then now David Wood just took a bite out of the Quran. What can I do? I know. I'll try to get other Christians to condemn him. Oh no, they're not doing it. Oh no, I don't know what to do. Only James White. I don't know what to do here. I know. Fight me. Sam Shamoun, I'll fight them. And my fans, see, they don't fight me. They Christians, they won't fight. They don't fight. Ha. Then me strong. That make me right. Me strong. Right? This is like, it's like caveman mentality. And this guy is the champion of his ideology. This is the guy they're putting forward and rallying around. Yes, golden showers. Every perverted sex fantasy the sickest minds can come up with, and fight me. New champion Islam. Yeah, gosh, who needs Zakir Naik when you got Mohammed Hijab? This guy's better, man. This guy's better than Zakir Naik. All right, so send the contract. So I guess he's talking about a fight contract that he wants to fight the mighty Sam Shamoun.
Sam Shamoun, he's mighty. Hey, brother. Yeah. I just saw on the screen. He's pointing out the fact that I spelled prophet as Profit.
How many misspellings? Don't you do that on purpose to make fun of him? Yeah.
I don't call Muhammad a prophet, Prophet. I deliberately call him prophet, Profit. That's deliberate on my part. I still do it to this day.
So he doesn't understand the joke, and yet, I mean, how many times? This guy doesn't know basic grammar. Wow. Yeah. All right. Mohammed Hijab. Almost year has passed. He's making fun of you.
Yeah, I'm scared. Yeah,
he even types like caveman. Almost year has passed. Oh, almost year. Oh.
Boy.
Me arrange fight with you. So let's see if you are a man of your word. Mohammed Hijab talking about being a man of your word. The biggest liar I have ever encountered in my entire life. And I spent years in prison, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest liar I've ever encountered. Champion representative of Islam saying, let's see if you are a man of your word. And if you're brave as you claim. He doesn't even know how to use the right your, and he's making fun of you for making fun of Muhammad by calling him prophet.
Dude, he's trying to imitate the Quran with all of its grammatical mistakes, because that's the miracle. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, because I mean, think about it, right? I mean, we're sitting here, and this guy can barely write a coherent sentence. But compared to his prophet, I mean, this guy's Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Look,
oh boy.
Okay, and here we go. But he's not just challenging Sam Shamoun to a fight. He said, also, if your friend David Wood is a big man, let him have a legal bout with me also. Let's see what he will be spitting out then. And his wife, Aunt Marie. Wait, I have a wife, Anne Marie? I'm not a Muslim, dude. Come on.
Oh, man. So I didn't know you had another wife on the side,
I got multiple wives, man.
Surprise, David.
Hey, right. Surah 4, verse 3, man. Never up to 4. And his wife and Marie and kids can watch their husband/dad get decimated legally, physically, just as we dealt with him intellectually.
He's trying to find the rhythmic pattern, follow the rhythmic pattern of the Quran. You catch it?
Me beat you legally, physically. Now notice, he wants to do it legally, so he's got to be talking about an actual MMA fight, not like a street fight, which would be illegal, right? Yeah. It's got to be an MMA fight, right? It's like a rules based MMA fight, because you can't just go beating people up.
Even though we know in reality, if he had the upper hand, he would come and slit our throats and behead us if he had the opportunity.
Absolutely.
If he could do that.
Absolutely.
That's what he really wants to do.
Yeah, and why? Because that's what Muhammad would do, because that's what Muhammad did. That's what Muhammad did to critics of Islam. All right, so now, Sam.
Yes, sir.
Are you a man of your word?
Well, let me tell you something. Let me just set the record straight, because people think I challenged him to a fight. No, I did not. Folks, let me just be upfront and clear. And I'm not saying it to say it. I'm being honest. As a Christian, I don't go around threatening people to beat them up physically, because that's not what the Lord authorized us to do. The context was, he reached out to me for some reason, right? And he said, I want to fight you in the ring, as opposed to challenging me to a debate. I would think this guy would want to challenge me to a debate. I got a message, and you can go back. It's all there. It's in the public domain. He says, I want to fight you legally for insulting Allah and his messenger. And I said, listen, friend, I'm not a fighter. Let's debate. He goes, no, we're going to have a legal fight first, and then I'll debate you. I said, look, if you're so excited about wanting to fight me, well, you know where I live. Come and jump me in the street. Come beat me up, right? If you come and beat me up, then I have a right to defend myself if you're really excited about fighting. That's the context. That was the context. Honest to God, that's the context. Now, as a Christian, I'm not called to fight physically those who reject the gospel of Jesus Christ. But since this man is telling me he wants to fight legally, here's the deal, David. Note, again, I want to be clear. I'm not looking for a fight. I'm not looking to get into the ring and fight this guy. Because let's say he pounds my face in, David. Does that mean Islam is true?
No, but I have a tough time imagining that happening, Sam. But go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. Look, man, I haven't. Thank the Lord, I have not gotten into a physical fight over 20 years.
But you remember when we were in Chicago and I met all your old Assyrian buddies?
Yeah, dude.
Those guys were telling me some stories, Sam. Yeah. They were telling me stories about you knocking dudes clean out left and right before you, and they were like, "You're so happy he's a Christian now because he was just knocking dudes' heads off."
That's fast, dude. But and again, guys, just for the record, I'm not trying to scare anybody. David has meant I got family members that are beasts. They are beasts.
Oh yeah, they look when Sam's around his family, it looks like a WWE reunion or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not exaggerating. But here's the deal. Okay, I'll honor his request to have a fight in the ring.
MMA.
Okay.
So MMA rules, MMA, not killing each other, submission, stuff like that.
Yeah. Here's the deal, though, guys. Here's the deal.
So there's a deal.
I will get my big fat belly into a martial MMA camp, and I'll train for MMA till the end of the year. And sometime at the end of the year, I will go in the ring with Mohammed Hijab, provided he first. And this is the condition. Here it is on the record. I will meet you in an MMA ring, a legal fight.
A legal fight.
At the end of the year, after I spend some time training.
Let's say by the end of the year.
Yes.
So by the end of the year, you agree.
Okay. I agree. But he has to first debate me on three topics.
3 topics. Right here.
This is my condition.
On this channel. So this is a condition, right? So let me get this straight, Sam. Let me get this straight. You're saying. Yes. Hijab says he wants to fight. You don't want to fight. No. You want to debate. He doesn't want to debate. He wants to fight. So you're saying, hey, for the sake of compromise, I don't want to fight, but you want to fight. So I'll agree to fight, but you first have to agree to what I want, which is to do these 3 debates. That's what you're saying,
100%. Right? Look, again, before the Lord, I am not someone looking to fight. So I don't want people to flip it. Say it. No. He said he wants to fight me legally. Okay. I will do it. I'm going to be 48, God willing, in September. I haven't been in the gym, but I will go into the gym and I will train for this legal MMA, because even if he beats me, which I know he won't, but let's just be humble, he'll beat me. That doesn't mean Islam is true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But one condition, Hijab, you better debate me on these 3 topics. Otherwise, the deal is off. You're going to have to debate me. And here's my debate challenge. Does the Quran teach Tawheed, Muhammad's view of the Bible, and does the Bible teach a Trinity? There you go.
So Does the Bible teach the Trinity? Does the Quran teach Tawheed and Muhammad's view of the Bible?
That's right.
Debate you.
And I'll do it. I promise you. I'll
this,
go in the ring and train.
So, those are the 3 debates. We'll have them on this channel. We're actually having a debate tomorrow with Anthony Rogers. Everyone who's watched any of the debates I've moderated, sometimes if it's conversational, sometimes I'll jump in with something, but if it's actual formal debate, right, 20-minute opening statement stuff, no one has ever accused me of slight bias. And so, you know, someone like Mohammed Hijab might think, well, you know, they will use the platform to their advantage because that's what they would do, right? Not like that, guys. Not like that. If I say, here are the rules, those are the rules, not going to break them. And Mohammed Hijab, you should know that no matter what happens, I will stick to the rules I have agreed to. I will stick to the terms I've agreed to. Even when you are breaking every single thing that you had agreed to, even when you displayed your complete lack of integrity, I still retained mine. So, notice everyone, notice the situation. Hijab wants to fight. Sam doesn't want to fight. Sam wants to debate. Hijab doesn't want to debate. So, for the sake of compromise, and how hilarious is it going to be when he starts making excuses here, right? No, you must come over here to Speaker's Corner. Dude, we have a channel right here. No traveling required.
I ain't going to Speaker's Corner. We can do it here.
Yeah. And it's yeah. So, no, there's no negotiation here. You can accept it or you can reject it, right? No, you will do what we say. Look, he's already giving you a massive concession and saying he will do one of your little MMA fights. So what we're saying is, hey, since he's agreeing to that, you have to agree to this. Do the 3 debates. We can do them next week. We can do them in a couple days. We can do them as soon as you say you're ready. We can do them one after another, one night after another, right? So we can do like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Or you can split it up a little, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right? Do the 3 debates. 3 debates right here, this channel. And then Sam agrees that by the end of the year, you guys will have an MMA fight.
I'll do it.
So
I'm going to the gym right now, sign up, and say, hey, dude, I have a agreement to fight someone MMA at the end of the year. Train me. I promise you. I'll do it.
So, everyone, guys, I just want to be clear. I just want everyone to know, Christians and Muslims and atheists, is that not as reasonable as Sam can be? He doesn't want to fight just for the sake of fighting, but it's more along the lines of, if agreeing to a fight will get him to finally sit here and debate, then I'll reluctantly do it in order to get these topics. Are the topics reasonable? Does the Quran teach Tawheed? Does the Bible teach the Trinity? What is Muhammad's view of the Bible? Those are entirely reasonable topics. Entirely reasonable topics. He might not like the idea. He might not be crazy about the idea of having it on this channel, but you can look back. You can look back. I'm completely neutral when I'm the moderator. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that, and Hijab knows that. And it's not just, oh, I don't want to do it on the channel. Well, guess what? Sam doesn't want to go fight, right? So you're both saying, here's what I want, and this is a way for both sides to get what they want. Christians getting public debates, and Hijab getting fights, right?
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Christians, Muslims, atheists, everyone, this is an entirely reasonable compromise. When Hijab comes back and starts, no, me no do this, me want this. It's clear he was tossing out his fight challenge just because he doesn't think Christians are going to accept an MMA fight, right?
And by the way, David, let me just make one comment. Look, guys, the worst thing that happens, I lose in MMA. But let me tell you something. I'm not trying to be a hero here. Listen to me. I will take the risk of getting beat up in an MMA if I can get this guy to debate these topics, because I will allow myself to be beaten in order to expose Muhammad and Islam and destroy it for the glory of Jesus by the power of the Holy Spirit, so that Muslims can see that their champion cannot defend Muhammad, because Muhammad is a false prophet and Jesus is Lord. I'm willing to be beaten in a ring if I can get that opportunity. I'll do it.
All right, so guys, no excuses here, right? If Hijab says no, and again, there's no negotiation here. The format, timing, and stuff like that can be negotiated. But as far as, nope, 3 debates here, do those first, then schedule the fight. That's entirely reasonable. That's an entirely reasonable compromise. So if Hijab says no, then he's basically being Zakir Naik, right? He's basically being Zakir Naik. Oh, I will debate. I will debate if you if you rent the Superdome and you bring 10,000 people, he knows no one's going to do that. And even if you did, if you said, well, we rented the Superdome and we got 10,000 people there, he would come up with another excuse, right? Because guess what? He did other debates. The other debates he's done like 2 debates that I've ever seen. The 2 debates that he's done, there were a couple hundred people in the audience. Right? There's a couple hundred people there. What happened to that requirement there, right? And I even saw him. I saw him in a clip where a woman stepped up. A woman stepped up to the microphone. A woman stepped up to the microphone and was asking him questions, and he was like, "Well, I will come back here and I will debate you. I will debate you." Like this, a random woman questioner at the mic, and then he realized he's going to have a problem with agreeing to this debate. So he's like, "Oh, but I don't debate women, so someone else can debate you, right?" But at first, his inclination was to challenge this woman who had not one follower. She didn't have one. She wasn't going to show up with one person, right? So all people like Zakir Naik do. He's basically like Mohammed Hijab. It's basically the same story, right? And it's a pattern. Someone like Zakir Naik. Let me debate a couple of people early in my career who I can overwhelm with rhetoric because they're not debaters. They don't have any debate experience. Let me overwhelm them, and then for the rest of my life, claim to be the champion debater without ever actually facing any debater in my entire career, right? Then you've got Hijab, and he does something similar, right? Let me debate a couple guys early on. Lie to them, use a bunch of tricks, use a bunch of deception, make a bunch of things up. And then once people catch on to those tricks, because those tricks only work once or twice, right? Once people catch on to those tricks, then I'm done. He's pulling a Zakir Naik move, right? He's pulling a Zakir Naik move. Brilliant stuff. So anyway, if Hijab is serious about wanting to fight, here it is. Here's the opportunity. And don't complain and try to set up something with me when you were talking to him. If you take care of things with Sam, honor your agreement for once in your life, be a man of your word for the first time in your life, Mohammed Hijab. If you want to be a man of your word for the first time ever, you challenge him. Here's a reasonable compromise. Do that, then you can come and challenge me.
And David, let me just comment here. I think some of the brothers and sisters didn't get why we're doing this. Like Sam McIntyre was saying, if Sam turns the other cheek, then Hijab's colors will be shown to the world, but Sam might be a bit hurt. Does this guy get it? I mean, he's thinking I'm doing it out of pride. Let me try this again, guys. Okay, I'm not playing a martyr. I'm not. I'm a dirtbag, and Dave can confirm that. He'll amen it from here till glory. Folks, Amen. If there were Christians in the past and Christians now who are willing to be beheaded and killed for Jesus, to glorify Jesus, the least I can do is agree to a legal match to get this guy on stage. When I say stage here, stage meaning here, YouTube, this is a stage for the world, and have his prophet exposed and the Lord deliver Hijab into my hands intellectually, spiritually, destroy his arguments, destroy his religion, glorify Christ. If that means I have to get in the ring and be beaten, that's the least I can do for the glory of Christ. We had great men and women of the faith past and even now who have died as martyrs, beaten and imprisoned and killed. This is the least I can do for my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And I'm not trying to be a hero. That's why I'm doing it. To leave this man no excuse. Okay, debate me and I'm all yours. There you go.
Yeah, Angie Brown brought up Hijab already got knocked out by an older gentleman. His jaw is made of glass. I've heard that like some old guy just clocked him in the jaw and he just crumbled. And so, yeah, I don't know what he's going to do against a knockout artist. But yeah, people are still not getting it. What about love your enemies? Guys, there are Christian boxers and Christian MMA fighters and so on. It's a sport. No one's killing each other, right? It's a sport. A bunch of them actually just end in a hold, right? A submission, right? I twisted your arm, something like that. So yeah, I don't even want to do that. Not if it's a complete idiot doing a challenge to thump on his chest. The point is, he's saying, "Me no debate you until you fight me. You must fight me. Oh, you must fight me." And Sam's basically calling his bluff here. He's calling his bluff. Okay, you say we got to fight in order to debate. Okay, I'll agree to fight. You agree to the debates, right? Because as Sam pointed out, even if Sam just stands there and puts his arms down by his side and lets Hijab get the first good punch he's ever had in his entire life, and clocks Sam, and then me strong, right? That proves nothing. It proves nothing about Christianity or Islam. Whereas Sam absolutely decimating Hijab in debate. And keep in mind, he's the representative of the sapiens, right? So this is a good opportunity for him to show what he knows. Well, that would give people a lot to think about. And so, yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, hey, look at this. Look at it. Who is this dummy? This is the dumbest comment. I've gotten a lot of dumb comments. This is the dumbest comment I've ever seen in my entire life. I disagree, David. I don't think you're as neutral as you think you are. Sam, my moderated debates. Guys, do you know what I do? Do you know how I moderate with complete neutrality?
Yeah,
I tune everyone out. I don't listen to what they're saying. I just look at the clock. Yeah. I just look at the clock. Bam, your time is up. That's what I do.
Like, can I confirm it?
Yeah.
Just recently with Dr. Shoaib said, you were frustrating the heck out of me because you were constraining me from going after him the way I wanted and letting him speak. I was getting frustrated because of that, but you were being fair. But my flesh wanted to go for the jugular. So don't one thing. I bust down on this guy. One thing you can't accuse him of is not being fair. He was actually, in my estimation, too nice to Dr. Shoaib Sayed because I was going to decimate him. I was getting frustrated. I'm like, come on, David, let me talk. And I just sat there, and you saw me moving. Please, David, hurry up. Me strong. But anyway, yeah.
And again, that wasn't even a formal debate. That's not like that we had some time limits we would put on things just to keep people from arguing over each other. But formal debates even more so. I say nothing except introducing people, and keeping time, and then saying bye to everyone. All right, so what do we got? It's about 9:50 here. It's 9:50 here. Should we take a? Let's go ahead and take
the super chat questions or whatever you want. Oh, no, okay, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, let's just take another quick peek and see if there's anything. Right. See if there's anything else we want to cover. So, notice, guys, we've gone through all this. We've gone through this again, guys. Do you see how stupid all of this is? Everything Hijab is saying, it's like the dumbest stuff I've ever seen in my life. This is all of this is the kind of stuff that I would expect from people I was in prison with, right? That he behaves like someone in there, except someone who hasn't grasped the basic rules, because someone would clock this dude on day one for running his mouth, right? In prison, right? So, but he acts like me strong. There are guys like that, but when you start doing that, guess what? Someone's gonna put you to a quick test to find out if you're strong, right? But he's used to, me 6'6", me 6'6", everyone's scared of me, right? Well, now you've got someone who agrees to your terms, but you have to agree to our terms.
You got to debate.
Eating the Quran like I ate him for intellectual breakfast, November 2018.
Yeah.
Mohammed Hijab. In the English-speaking world of apologetics, it seems the Muslim intellectual threat is too potent. This is the guy. The wise are whores. Golden showers. Golden showers. And then this is his intellectual threat. We have apostates, atheists, and Christian anti-Muslim apologists all forming a major coalition only to deal with one group, which constitutes the demographic minority in the West. Now think about this. He's the one running around, Ali Dawa, hey, yep, we're going to behead you guys. We're going to behead you guys once you take over, and causes people to actually unite to confront this stupidity, and then he whines about it. What a winner, man.
Yeah. This is it. This is the guy that's going to now represent Sapiens Institute.
The champion, man.
The champion, the guy that puts the fear of Allah in all of the kuffar that were running scared. Ooh, I scare. David, now that you challenge me, I can't sleep at night. I need a pacifier. I need a pathy. Give me a pathy, David. I need pacifier. Yeah. All right.
So, guys, we kind of went through the major issues there, and so the ball is in Hijab's court. All he has to do is say yes. He's got a couple decisions to make. One, be a man of his word, do the 3 debates, and then we can set up the MMA fight. So he has to say yes or no. About 99.98% sure he's going to say no, but he'll make an excuse, right? Because he won't just say no. He'll say, no, me want this and this and this and this and this. And he basically knows we said no, here's the deal, yes or no. So he's going to say no, but he's going to try and make it look like we're saying no, right?
Just like he did with Apostate Prophet with the debate, right?
Yep. And apart from that, he has to decide whether he's going to take down some tweets. He has to decide whether he's going to take down some tweets. And I've already announced to him, I've told him where I'm willing to go. Where I'm willing to go to make sure he takes down those tweets. And guys, it will not be pretty. So if he has the slightest concern for Islam and being faithful to the Quran, he needs to pay attention to the Quran. He needs to pay attention to the Quran. He needs to pay attention to what his God says. And just, it's so simple, right? He's, how do I stop David from eating the Quran? How do I do it? Take down the tweets. No, I can't do that. No, me strong. Right? It's so dumb, dude. Me, it's like
that character, you're killing me, man. I can't stop laughing, bro. That's a beautiful character, bro. I love it.
No. By the way, Sam, notice the difference here, right?
Yeah.
I think to myself, here's what I want Mohammed Hijab to do. And I immediately go for the one thing that'll make him do it, right? I don't do 50,000 other things to try and get him to do it. I go immediately for the one thing that'll actually make him do what I want him to do, right? I zero in on that. I have a built-in detector. I can immediately jump on whatever is the one way to get something done. Hijab, notice he's the complete opposite. There's one way. There is precisely one way to stop David from desecrating my Quran. There is one thing I can do. I can take down these two. And that's the one thing he won't want to do. I will do everything else in the world. I'll go cry to a bunch of Christians. I'll post a bunch of tweets to Christians. Christians, will you help me? James White, will you help me? Will you help me take this guy and make him stop? He attacking my Quran. I don't like it. Right? It's like a big joke. Like, let me try everything except the one thing that will work. So notice the difference, ladies and gentlemen. I got when I see a problem, what will fix it? Oh, this one thing? Well, that's what I'm doing. What does Hijab do? Oh, I see a problem. What do I do about it? Let me try the only thing that won't. Let me try everything that won't work. This is your champion. You guys are in trouble. You Hijab fans, you guys are in trouble. If the only thing you can say in defense of your religion is, hey, Hijab strong, Hijab crush you. Your boy got smashed. You got smashed.
Dude, man, you gotta stop that.
No, I'm just saying that because that's how Hijab's fans are, right? We're sitting there blasting away at people's belief in Muhammad. We're blasting away at their confidence in the Quran. We're blasting away at all the foundations of their religion. And they're saying, oh, our guy's strong, our guy's strong. Do you guys realize how much trouble you're in? Do you realize what you're doing to your religion? It would be sad if it weren't so hilarious.
Yeah, boy. Oof, boy.
All right, let's take...
Hey, Dave, look, if Tyson can come out of retirement to train, so can I, bro. All right, but anyway.
You're not gonna need to, dude. He's not gonna do it. He's a coward. At the end of the day, that man is a coward. Mark my words. Lisa Look with the super sticker said thank you. Welimu Chakawa Musa. Sam and Dave, we love you. Keep biting it. Can we also? I think it means keep biting the Quran.
Yeah. I think that's the brother I'm going to be talking to tonight. He had some questions about the Trinity. So guys, don't forget, around midnight. No, wait, so 10. Yeah. 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going live with some questions, but go ahead.
Jin Furakusu said this will be David, not me, David. He means David versus Goliath. This will be David versus Goliath, and it's Sam versus Hijab. So you're David, and he's Goliath. Because that's a big dude. I'm like 6'3", and he was towering over me, so that's a big dude. Anointed said, I think after the third debate, he might convert and cancel the fight. And that would be the real goal, right? And that's the idea. That's the idea behind having the debates now, having the fight at the end of the year, is once Sam actually schools him, not through tricks, not through lying, not through things like that. Once Sam schools him, it's not going to sink in immediately, but you hope that he actually reflects on these things and realizes that all his confidence is based on a lie, and it's based on this thug mentality. Me strong. Hopefully he realizes how stupid that is and then doesn't want to fight. Dar Ramlogan said, Hello, David Woods. Sub to your channel for over 2 years now. I have been watching your live streams as of late because of COVID. Yeah, actually, it sucks. I know a lot of people, their lives were massively affected by COVID. They, had to stay home. They couldn't go to work. A lot of people had problems. But for people on YouTube, it was actually good because normally I travel a lot as well. I'll go speak in different places, and that keeps me from making videos during that time. But also, lots of people were at home and were just watching YouTube videos. So it was an awesome time to be putting out YouTube videos, especially when it's giving people something to do because people are stuck at home. So hey, why not go live? Why not go live and have some fun? Freeze says, please guys, make sure to support Sam with a donation. Well, this is not a good page for that. Go over to. Wait, what do you got?
What?
People are saying support Sam with donations.
Okay, what does that mean? I don't get it.
They're saying support Sam.
You confused. You got me discombobulated.
No. Look. I think people are saying support Sam with donations, ladies and gentlemen.
I got a Patreon page, and they can do on PayPal as well. So go to my YouTube channel.
The point I'm making is this is my channel. Don't send me money because if you're trying to send money to Sam, go to his Patreon. You can they can find the link on your YouTube channel.
If you go on my YouTube channel, one of the videos that has the links to my Patreon and a PayPal that you can do as well. So guys, God bless you guys. Thank you.
And Sam's kind of an annoying jerk a lot of times, but I mean he's sitting here going live with Muslims from all over the place. Muslims are contacting him, say, hey, I got a lot of questions about this, questions about that, and he goes live with them. And so really awesome ministry to support. Steadfast and Easy says, make sure you get the debate first. Yeah, that's actually why we're setting it up, right? You're not going to go have some dumb fight first, and then Hijab gets knocked out and he backs out of the debates because he doesn't believe he has to keep his word with unbelievers, right? He doesn't believe he has to keep his word. So that's why you definitely do that first. Solitary Emmy says, you have my support, even if it's a painful thing to fight. It's actually not. I used to get in I've been in some fights, but I've never felt pain in a fight. You got too much adrenaline going through you. You ever feel pain in a fight, Sam?
No, actually, I can tell you, once the first punch I get hit, that's it. The adrenaline kicks in, and it's like blackout. Yeah. Yeah, and you feel pain later. You feel pain later, but not during a fight. Yeah. It's for me, it's blackout. It's like and then you know what I mean. Yeah. Let's not relive the past. That's the past, guys. We're believers. Darn you.
Hey, Sam, we're not going into details, but I heard this giant biker dude came at you with a knife. You were sitting down.
Yeah, that's true.
Heard this from your Assyrian buddy. You were sitting down. You went from sitting straight up into a sidekick right into his face. I heard he went airborne, landed on a table. The table flipped over on him, and he was knocked out with a table on top of him.
And I don't boast about it, but he was a biker who really hated Israel. He was like anti-Semite and kept picking on me, and he was like about 350 pounds at that time.
What does that got to do with you?
Because I guess he thought I'm, I don't know. He goes, hey, you Assyrians, you Greeks, and blah blah blah. I don't know what.
So it's just everyone from like Middle East, Mediterranean area, stuff like that. Okay.
So, that's what happened. Yeah, but that's past, buddy. We're under the blood, buddy. Mm-hmm. We're a new creation.
George Bond said, your energy and persistence is admired and contagious. God bless. Titusak said, when all arguments for Islam fail, resort to violence. And now we know why Islam is so violent. Yeah, I mean, notice the pattern that Mohammed Hijab is following here, right? Because it's the same thing that we see in the early Muslim community, right? In the lifetime of Muhammad, right? You start tossing around insults and stuff, and that doesn't work. Oh, let me try this. Well, that doesn't work, and then eventually, we're just going to subjugate you and make you not be able to talk. Right? That's exactly what you're seeing unfolding in this man's life. So that's why we say, great example for everyone. For My King 1 says, video idea. D Wood presents Cooking with the Quran. Best recipes for your Quran pages.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. A couple people asked, David, how far are you willing to go? Pretty far. But keep in mind, the first, right? And I'm going to try to avoid this. But the first repercussion, if hijab does not agree with the Quran, if he does not agree to follow the Quran, will be something like a Desecrate the Quran week, where since he invited his followers to heap abuse on women, I will invite followers, not all followers. I don't want most people doing it. Only certain kind of people. I mean, for people who are out there trying to, do evangelism and stuff like that, you don't want to be doing this stuff. You don't want to get your stuff, you don't want to get your hands dirty. But for those of you who have more of a kind of protector type of personality, I'm going to, protect these people from people like Hijab. Yeah, we will. Again, don't want to do this. Don't want to do this. Hope it doesn't come to this. But yeah, the first real step will be a Desecrate the Quran week to get Hijab to take down those things. Although, as I mentioned, this is the best deal he's going to get. All he has to do right now is take them down. Later, he'll have to do more. He'll have to issue public apologies to them. He'll have to, things like that. So he's going to have to do more and more the longer he goes. But keep in mind, that would just be the beginning. That would just be the beginning. I'm willing to go, and I'm willing, guys. I've multiple times in my life, I've burned my life to the ground. I've burned my life to the ground, right? And this dude he still can't seem to figure out, wait a minute, I'm dealing with a guy who sat there and smashed his own dad's head in with a ball-peen hammer. Maybe when he says he's going to do something to my Quran, I should take him seriously. Yeah. He still can't get his mind around that. Nope, I'll get James White. We got James White. James White, help me. James White, my friend. James White, my buddy. Come on, dude. It's like
before you go to next, let me just answer a question. So, what's my martial arts background? Let me just share it real quickly, guys.
Why are you giving all the details, man? Go ahead.
I'm not giving details. Taekwondo, right? Now, hey, you've heard of Taekwondo? I'm an 8th degree black belt in Take One to Go and a grandmaster at Take Your Dough, baby. Take one to go. Take your dough. Jump in. All right, that's it. Good.
C. Gray says, thanks, David and Sam. Alex Reed didn't leave a comment. Marilyn Murphy. D. Wood, saving souls one tasty page at a time. Yeah, I'm going to, if Hijab doesn't take it down quickly, just for a picture to share, I'm thinking I'm going to, get a Quran and be sitting there with a knife and fork and, taking cutting off a bite of it or something like that, like it's a steak, and just getting a picture of that so that people can share on Twitter. But I need something about hijab on there so that people think, oh, you're just doing this to do this. No, I'm doing this because this is the only way to make someone avoid some really, really horrible behavior. But if he wants to go there, again, Sam, it's like this. It's like, imagine you got two boxers. And one can take limitless damage. He's got an iron chin. Nothing can knock this guy. And you got this other guy, one tap and he goes down. Glass Joe, right?
Yeah.
Does the guy with the iron chin need to be remotely scared? No, the guy with the glass jaw is the one who should be terrified, right? Well, that's Hijab and his belief, right? Completely fragile, can't take anything. One 6-second video clip and he's throwing tantrums. Yeah. Dude, you're not made. There's not Hijab. Do you have any idea what I've been through in my life? What are you gonna throw at me, dude? What are you gonna do to me?
Yeah, dude. He doesn't know what he's messing with, bro.
He does not. My goodness, man. Yeah. Wow, you've got to love the idea that these are the guys who are going to be at the helm of Islamic dawah in the world. For My King One says, take no part in the unfruitful works of darkness, but instead expose them, for it is shameful even to speak of the things that they do in secret. This applies a lot. This applies a lot to the nasty things that Hijab does. Notice he keeps talking about, the nasty things some people do in the dark. Says, keep it up, brothers. You're doing the Lord's work. Paul Georgia says, love you guys so much. God bless you always. Yeshua's alive. Said,
he is.
Those type of Christians who condemn what you do have not read their Bible properly to really understand the depth work of the Holy Spirit. Expose them. Yeah, and what's rough is, I get it. If you don't know a lot about what we're doing or why we're doing things, and you just walked into the room and you say, David Wood's taking a bite out of the Quran, you'd think, what the heck is wrong with you guys, man? Yeah. What is wrong with you guys, right? Guys, why don't you just stop and ask, hey, why are you doing this? Because here's the thing. Hijab's out looking, well, guys, you condemn. You Christians condemn him. You can get Christians to condemn me. You can do that. But lots of Christians, if they are at all responsible, if they're at all wise, before they condemn, would want to say, hey, David, why did you do that? And then I explain, oh, okay, because he's starting this horrible movement to oppress and degrade women. And according to the Quran, the only thing I can do to stop that is this. Therefore, I'm doing it. And a lot of Christians are going to say, okay, maybe I don't agree completely, but yeah, I kind of see that. So yeah, take a bite out of the Quran. Take a bite out of the Quran. You remember McGruff, the crime dog?
Yeah, that's right.
Take a bite out of crime.
Yeah, he was the man. He's the man.
Take a bite out of the Quran.
Yeah.
Muhammad here said, people leave Islam because of Ali Dawah and hijab. I haven't heard the same regarding Christianity and David Wood. Christian Knight says, David Wood ate the Quran, no more food for the goat. That was cool. People kept calling me the goat. Get it? Get it, Sam? The goat? Because it's got a double meaning. Greatest of all time.
Yeah. You're the goat, and then you eat the Quran. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, gee, that was original. All right, yep.
You're making fun of people who came up with that.
No, I'm making fun of you, dude.
Tamara Holloway said, how about Captain... Tamara Holloway said, how about Captain Cave Muhammad?
We need a character like that. You should do it perfectly.
Wish You Had My Name said, if Mohammed Hijab wants to fight Christians, maybe we should introduce him to Jeff Durbin. The guy has 5 black belts. I personally don't think Mohammed Hijab can fight at all. I mean, just based on the little bit that I've heard. I've heard he's slow. And you had that problem with, you have big guys who are fast. So like Tyson Fury, he's fast. Anthony Joshua's a big guy. He's fast. So you have these, Deontay Wilder, these guys are big and fast. And you have guys who are big and slow. And people who are commenting on his fighting, they're saying he's super slow. He got clocked by an old man. He's got a glass jaw. Not the sort of guy who should be challenging people to fights, but you think, oh, me 6'6", me 6'6", no one except challenge, therefore me strong, right? And I don't know.
Yeah. He don't know us too well. Mm-hmm. He don't know me too well, but that's okay. Let him talk. I don't care.
Freeze said, you guys are awesome. Sophia Film said, please don't encourage Hijab to blow up, please. Oh, because I was saying he's gonna blow up. Yeah, I'm talking about his channel like blowing up and stuff. Brittany, Hindu historian, both with the super stickers. Christian Knight, it wasn't the goat, it was David Wood time traveling. So I was the goat that ate the Quran. Jean-Michel B said, time to take a bite out of the Quran. Hey, that stole my joke
That's right, bro.
But Jean was first. Emmanuel Shahid said, hey, bro, make sure you add some habanero hot sauce for some abrogation flavor.
That guy.
Huh?
You got to interview that guy. That guy's got a testimony. It's worth hearing. He's got a YouTube channel, Emmanuel Shahid. He was a Muslim, became a oneness heretic, is now a Trinitarian. He's got an amazing story, bro. You got to get him on.
Be happy to have him on. So he said, hey, bro, make sure you add some habanero hot sauce for some abrogation flavor to the Quran.
So hear that, Emmanuel Shahid? Contact David Wood. We want to hear your testimony.
Paul Dog said, what did Abu Bakr say to Urwa about a lot? Yeah. Perfect example. And that's a video. I'm not sure I'll make it tomorrow, but I'll probably make it the next couple days about how Hijab, by saying I would never insult someone's sacred symbol, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Abu Bakr said to Urwa, go suck Allah's clitoris.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically Hijab is saying, me better than Abu Bakr. Me better than Muhammad. Muhammad smashed idols. Me better than him.
Dude.
Notice the arrogance, man, right? The Quran, Surah 4, verse 65, you have no option. You can find no resistance in yourself to any of Muhammad's decisions. Muhammad believed in smashing idols. Hijab, no, this is too evil for me. Come on, man.
Hey, but I did get a Muslim just compliment me. He goes, "May Allah humiliate you, Sam Shamoun."
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm gonna lose sleep tonight.
Amal Alexander and Paul Dog. Paul Dog with nope, didn't leave comments. Edit Sweet says Allah has left the chat.
Yeah.
Carol Elisua says just left a super sticker. Joe Aluzio, never too late to cry during a golden shower hijab. Yeah. What? It's funny because now everyone calls them golden shower hijab and things like that. And who brought it up? No, people don't talk like that, right? You'd think he'd learn. Hey, people weren't talking like this until I started it. Now everyone's talking like this. Maybe I shouldn't start this with, other things that are going to lead to insults towards my religion, not simply me.
He's a special kind of stupid. Yeah. Good.
Yep. Choose Jesus says, haha. Choose Jesus said, haha, Satan. I just donated to a Christian channel. Christine Roberts didn't leave a comment. Laura the Apostate said, it's not Islamophobia if there is no fear of Islam. Lol, hijab. Zhivko Georgiev said, Sam, if you think that hijab is scary, check out your conversations with Timmy and Tony.
Yeah. I got these imaginary friends. One is my wall over here in the couch. Yeah, so we have conversations late at night. When it's too late and I'm losing my mind, they start talking to me.
Yep, that sounds like something I don't want to hear about.
Just right.
AJ Soundbite says he pretends to be sadistic when deep down inside he is really masochistic. Yeah, and you see a lot of issues with someone like Hijab, right? And one of the things that you see popping up is there's stuff that he wants to do, but that he would have a tough time convincing the Muslim community is okay. But if he can somehow justify it and get the Muslim community to think that it's okay, then he can do it, right? So at the end of the day, this is an abusive dude who wants to feel really tough by insulting and degrading and demeaning women. But if he does that, a lot of people are going to say, how dare you do that? But if he says, oh, but the reason I have to heap all this abuse on all these women, the reason I have to do it is, because of Islamophobia. And then all his fans, oh, you're so noble, Hijab. Yes, heap that abuse on those women. My goodness. This is the champion, man. This is the new guy.
Yeah, he's the warrior. We are the champion, my friend.
Laura the Apostate said, funny because those Muslims know for a fact what we say to expose Islam is true, so they can't intellectually debate, so they throw temper tantrums instead. Certainly true with Hijab's crowd. King of Kings said, we all can agree that David and Sam would absolutely demolish Mohammed Hijab in fight the same they do intellectually. Even the Muslims know this without a doubt. Memophobe says, don't liken Mr. Hijab to a gorilla. It's Harambe. Charlotte Jorgensen said, the truth of Christ makes plain the evils of men. That is what they fear most. And yeah, can you imagine? I mean, really, you wouldn't even need to go to Christ. You just need some average good person. Compare him to Mohammed Hijab, let alone to Muhammad, the so-called prophet. Memophobe said that isn't a beard comb, it's a flea comb. Alex Andra said, I have no idea how old Mohammed Hijab is, but that he had no problem romantically pursuing 6-year-olds. Yeah, I don't know if that's true. I do know Ali Dawa said that if his daughter reached the age of 9 and got her first period, he would tell her that she's ready for marriage. So these are the guys who are leading this movement. I'm telling you, Hijab, Ali Dawa, guys, stop joining organizations. Go out on your own where you're free to be yourselves and not constrained by their codes of conduct. Solitary Emmy with a super sticker here. Sophia Agape. David and Sam are equally amazing. Each one has mad Holy Spirit given skills. David is my fave.
Yeah, you little. She said. Yeah, all right, go ahead.
Laura the Apostate said, I was told the same thing for making videos against Islam. So I guess this was when people were criticizing us for taking this approach. I was told that I should stop flogging Islam, and flogging Islam is extremely unhealthy, and I should get help, lol. It's true.
Dude.
And then we got back to the comments from the beginning where people were taking sides. Edit Sweet said David is better. True. Pelargonian Lion said Sam is a legend. David is a close second. I don't know what planet you're from. Flav C says, what do you guys think about Turkey's plan to convert the Orthodox Korah Church into a mosque after doing the same thing to Hagia Sophia? I didn't know about that. I didn't know they were planning on doing it.
Yeah, that's a declaration of war. They're trying to declare war because people are going to be in an uproar for that. That's what's going to happen.
And pretty similar to the situation with Mohammed Hijab. We're going to think, hey, we can keep pushing, we can keep pushing, we can keep pushing until people finally react. And then, oopsie, no, sorry, let's negotiate here. Yeah, I'm going to go, darn, I lost my job. JM with the super sticker. Tanya Santiago. Praying for God to dismantle them. Glory to King Jesus. Praying for you guys.
Amen.
Sam is a walking Bible. Yep. Or an Assyrian encyclopedia. Conflict Ortiz said Christian Prince. Oh, that was back when I said name someone better than Sam.
Yeah.
Christian Prince is a beast. I can't. Sam's the best. Sam's the best.
No. Put it this way.
I would say attacking Islam. Attacking Islam. That would be a tough call. But on the issue I brought up, defending Christian doctrine against the objections. You're too quick, and your mind is like a computer, and you come out with way too much information. Keep in mind, guys, we're not really in competition here. We're not really in competition here. No. Different people are awesome at different things, and that's why we're a body.
And I do want to say, but in my estimation, again, it's not about who's the best; it's about King Jesus. But in my estimation, that ugly hater Anthony Rogers is the best in my opinion. That's my opinion personally, even though he's ugly as sin and he's America's most unwanted. But with that said, go ahead.
One God 777 with the super sticker. Believer God says Sam is definitely balder. David, you lose.
That's right.
Lord the Apostate David, both you and Sam are amazing. Divine Soldier says Hijab should wear a hijab because he's so sensitive. And then we had a bunch of comments on the, let's see, Conflict Ortiz just wanted to thank Sam for his teaching on the Holy Spirit being a person. All right. Then we have a bunch of people taking sides on who's better.
Man. They know. Look, they know I'm better than you. That's enough. So we don't need to remind ourselves of how much better I am than you. All right. All right. Just want you to know that.
All right. So let me just go back to any ones that came up after I started scrolling through them. Oh, there were some more. Alice Shamir gave the thumbs up. Gilead Digital said you are the best. Josie Blessing didn't leave a comment. Cardo Loyola, that Quran page you ate would have made more sense on the way out than it did on the way in. Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Alex Andra said, why aren't women spitting and eating Surah 4 verse 34? Yeah, well, Alexandra, the eating of specific Quran verses and passages may be coming up. Rakesh with the super sticker. Jono Staker said, have you watched atheist cosmic skeptics debate with hijab? Similar terrible conduct, lying, editing footage, etc. from hijab. No, I watched Cosmic Skeptic's video about that, but I didn't watch the actual debate. Amal Alexander said, Somali Christians love and support you both, David and Sam. Repent, Somalia, Jesus is Lord. And yes, Amal, I hope you're following Somali Christian TV.
Yep. God bless them.
Carol Alesua said, David, your live stream is turning into a dating site for Muslims. Why was I told that there is a hijab that will look good on me? Blessings. Basic said, hijab challenged an atheist at Speaker's Corner to an MMA fight. He is known to resort to these tactics when he is intellectually overwhelmed. Yeah, the first time I heard about hijab challenging someone was he challenged Tommy Robinson to an MMA fight. So hijab is like 6'6", 6'7", somewhere in there. Tommy Robinson's like 5'5", 5'6". So, Sam, I mean, what would you think of some? Here's the truth, guys. Because again, I was in prison for a lot of years, and the dudes who walk in running their mouths are the ones that can get knocked out instantly. The really dangerous ones don't have anything to prove. They walk in, they're calm, they don't run their mouths until someone messes with them. And then you find out that they fight like Evander Holyfield, right? You don't find that out until one of these idiots who goes around running his mouth runs up against someone. Oh, me strong, me mess with this quiet guy. Pop! Where are my teeth? What? Where are my teeth gone? Oh, my teeth. Oh, right.
And dude, he comes to impersonate. Yeah, that's true. That happens. I can tell you a story, but we ain't got time. Well, some other time that happened. Me and my boy almost got knocked out by a guy that was quiet, but he was a beast. But no, we ain't got time for that talk.
Yep. What else? Set Free by the Truth said, God bless Dr. David Wood and Sam Shamoun. Maziga said, Dr. Wood, could you do an episode on the anti-Jesus content in the Talmud? No. You'd want someone like Michael Brown. You'd have to have me go out and study it. This has never made sense to me, right? We're dealing with the biggest, most dangerous ideology in the history of humanity with 1.6 billion followers, which is at current rates of growth supposed to pass Christianity about 30 years. And you're like, what about the Talmud? What about the Talmud? Go after the Talmud, dude. If you're going to the people who are dealing with Islam and saying you guys need to focus on the Talmud, you got some issues, dude. You have some serious issues that you need to concern, and you need to stand before the Lord and say, figure out where your heart is, because that's really stupid. Right?
Yeah, it is. And by the way, David, Anthony is going live in about a few minutes. Just let you know.
Cool. So, guys, after you've had our action-packed live stream, if you want a way more boring and less good live stream, then you can go check out Anthony Rogers. And then if you want something even worse than Anthony Rogers, you can check out Sam's live stream later on.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Seraphim with the super sticker. Karis with, we need Halal Hogan to pull the intellectual leg drop on Hijab. Getsum says, I agree with y'all. Knock him out, Sam. I want to debate the Trinity. So someone wants, but
call me on Skype.
I want to debate the Trinity. Getsum. Sam has invites people on his live stream to
call me tonight.
He's saying call him tonight. It doesn't get any better than that.
Skype Benny_Malik 3. You know it. Come find me.
All right. So I guess we're done. Man, we've been going 2.5 hours. That was fun, man.
We still got over 2,700. We're over 3,000. Still people stuck around. So that's amazing. People want to hear this stuff. Glory to Jesus Christ. So, all right. We're done.
Hang on, we had a couple more. Dan A says, David, can you and Sam discuss Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, a conversation? Sam calls me stupid and ignorant every day, and I want to prove to him why he's right.
Okay, good. Who's this guy? I like this guy.
I don't know.
I like you, man. I want to make you a mod in my YouTube channel. Come. I like people when they're humble and honest. I like that.
Walter said, David is better as Sam has threatened to block me. I block people all the time. If I see people are really just here to annoy someone or something like that. Yeah, I think...
But by the way, tell him come tonight so I can make that threat a reality. Walter, Jesus, please come tonight.
He'll do it. Costin said, won't you be censored and flagged eating the Quran? God forbid. This is unfortunately becoming a tool of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala law. So yeah, the concern there is that by eating the Quran, we'll be blocked. Well,
that can happen, huh? Don't give anyone ideas. Don't give people ideas, though.
No. It can't. No, they've been complaining about it, but at the end of the day, it's it would suck to be blocked and banned and so on for eating the Quran, but long term it does make a point, because you could shred the Bible to pieces all you want. No one's ever going to block you, but if they start blocking people over something like that for the Quran, and keep in mind, if YouTube does give you an appeal process and so on, I would point out, I did not just randomly do this. Look at the context. This is a guy heaping abuse on women because he is a disturbed, psychologically messed up individual. He's encouraging other people to do that, and that's why I did that. Maybe someone would understand. And Mohammed Al-Habash said, tell us about the different Qurans. Are there major differences? I heard there are only differences in dots and small differences. Examples could help. Well, it depends on what you're talking about. I mean, if you're talking about the different Qurans early on, yes, there were major differences. They disagreed on like things like the number of chapters and so on. If you're talking about the different Qira'at of today, yeah, you have differences. You have differences in the meanings. I would suggest going to the apostate prophet's interview with Abdullah Gondal. So look up the apostate prophet's interview with Abdullah Gondal, where they were on there for a couple hours, comparing two different modern versions of the Quran and going through and showing what kind of differences there are. But Abdullah Gondal is actually showing them in the Arabic, explaining the difference in meaning. He's got everything on the screen and so on. So, in fact, I believe you can download his slides and so on. So you can actually have those. And
he's doing great work.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we've been on here a long time.
Yeah.
It has been fun.
Yeah.
So Hijab has two major questions to answer. One, are you going to delete that content? Because if not, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, if he does not delete every tweet that mentioned someone's wife, then, well, the next time we're discussing him, which shouldn't be very far away, I'm going to have to eat Surah 6, verse 108 of the Quran in Arabic. Why? Because if Mohammed Hijab does not respect that verse, why should I? Why should I respect a verse that he has utter contempt for? So, Hijab, we know you're watching. You're so arrogant. You have to pay attention to what everyone is saying about you. It's very, very simple. You go to your Twitter page. There's a reason. Human beings make mistakes. That's why pencils have erasers on them. That's why you have the ability to delete tweets. You made mistakes. And your mistake was acting like a total dirtbag, doing a bunch of messed up stuff, targeting women, being too arrogant, and especially messing with me. That was it. You messed up, right? Go hit delete. We're done. I mean, I'm still going to make fun of you over a bunch of other stuff, but on this issue, we're done. I'm not going to be eating your book if you take that stuff down. I'm not going to be eating it. If you leave the stuff up, I'm going to eat your book. I'm going to eat this book, verse by verse, chapter by chapter, and that's not all I'm going to do to your book. I'm a very, very created, and like you, I'm also mentally disturbed. I'm just also I've got it under control, right? But when I want to, I can use that very disturbed mind that's lurking back there to come up with some very sick ideas. And I'm not talking golden shower, creative stuff, man, creative stuff. And it's all coming at your book. And all you Muslims who are watching, do you not believe me? Do you just not believe me? Or do you not care about the Quran? It's got to be one or the other, right? All right. So you said Anthony's about to go live?
He wanted to go live 15 minutes ago. He's waiting for you.
All right, so everyone head over to Anthony. Could someone put the link to Anthony's show? Sam, you want to put that there? Or wait, are you allowed to post links?
Anthony did it.
Okay, Anthony already did it. Check
yeah.
out Anthony's show. Not sure what he's talking about, but go over there and find out if you're interested in what he's talking about. And then Sam's going to go live a little bit later. He's going to be answering questions about the Trinity.
I'm going to correct Anthony's heresy. So go listen to his heresy so I can correct them.
That's good. Someone has to. And other than that, tomorrow, 8 o'clock p.m., Anthony Rogers will be debating. So if you want to learn a little bit about that, head over to his channel. Other than that, debate tomorrow night. Ladies and gentlemen, this channel, the greatest channel in the history of YouTube.
All right. Christ is risen. Risen indeed. All right, let's go.
Bye-bye, Hijab.
Bye-bye. Be there.